We're joining forces to champion Utah's future game changers. By donating school supplies and creating innovative programs, we're giving Utah kids the advantage.
Because when the kids win, we all win.
Let's do this, Utah.
Utah, let's keep winning. On the court, on the ice, and in your business. Les Olson IT is your local partner for technology that never quits. From managed IT and cloud solutions to printers, copiers, security cameras, and alarms, Les Olson IT has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years in IT, backed by 70 years of trusted business experience. Les Olson IT, keeping Utah connected, secure, and ready to win.
Les Olson IT.
At Smith's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Smith's shoppers never compromise. Smith's. Fresh for everyone.
Looking for your go-to spot to catch the game? Big Willie's is Salt Lake's no BS sports bar, grill, and pool hall. Your home turf for all things sports with wall-to-wall TVs, weekly events that keep things rowdy, and a full bar that never disappoints. Big Willie's brings the heat every night of the week. Football, hockey, basketball, or the big fight. It's on at Big Willie's. Open till 1 a.m. 7 nights a week. Big Willie's Sports Bar, cold drinks, hot takes, and every game that matters.
Tusks up, my guy. Woo!
Tips up, my dude.
Come again?
Mammoth Hockey and Icon Pass. Both mind-blowing. The second lets you drop in on over 60 mountains worldwide, including Utah favorites Deer Valley, Solitude, Alta, Snowbird, and Snow Basin.
All right. Tips up.
And Tusks up. Enjoy more with Icon Pass starting at $349 adult. Score now at iconpass.com.
The countdown to face-off continues on Hockey Night in Utah.
Kraus was starting to rev up the lawnmower.
Let's go behind the scenes and in depth for tonight's feature story.
Tonight's feature, J.J. Peterka returning to Buffalo after that blockbuster trade. But first, we want to invite you to check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light tomorrow. Come enjoy the game in Toronto at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 21st South in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Mammoth tomorrow at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 21st South in Salt Lake City. Game starts at 5. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light. Official partner of the Utah Mammoth must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer. St. Louis, Missouri. Well, as we watched the Stanley Cup final last year with the Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers, the biggest story outside of that was where is J.J. Peterka going to end up? A player that finished last season with 27 goals, had 28 goals the year before that, but added 19 more assists last season. So where was J.J. going to end up? And it ended up being Utah. The biggest trade this summer was the Mammoth bringing 23-year-old J.J. Peterka to Utah to play with Logan Cooley and Dylan Guenther on that fast, entertaining, skilled line. So let's go behind the scenes and in depth as J.J. Peterka returns to Buffalo for the first time tonight for the first of 2 games over the next 9 nights against his former team. Here's our very own Will Trubshaw with more.
On June 26th, the Utah Mammoth made headlines in the hockey world.
Good morning. Maybe you are waking up to the news that I know I woke up to. I think trade happened at like 12:45 a.m. last night.
The big one hits last night. J.J. Peterka finally traded, and they do last night in a very interesting trade. Peterka goes to the Utah Mammoth. 77 games played last season. He has 27 goals. He signs a 5 years times $7.7 million extension. We will get into that.
The German-born forward is one of the most promising talents in the entire National Hockey League. Coming off his best season, can he be the missing link to Utah's playoff hopes?
General Manager Bill Armstrong traded away Josh Doan and Michael Kesselring to bring in 23-year-old J.J. Peterka from the Buffalo Sabres. Immediately following the trade, the Mammoth signed Peterka to a 5-year extension, instantly adding a dynamic piece to the team's top 2 lines for the foreseeable future.
Where we're going is we needed somebody in the top 2 lines that could put the puck in the net and that could have that ability to kind of have impact. So we had to give up 2 really good players to do that. But I think on our side of it, we're excited about the age of the player, the term of the contract, the AAV, and the impact that he can have.
JJ scores! Hey, JJ! 2-1 Utah!
The deal seemed to come out of nowhere. Trade rumors had been swirling around Peterka for months, but the Mammoth weren't known to be amongst the frontrunners.
The Sabres don't want to do this. They don't want to trade Peterka. They'd like to find a way to keep this relationship going.
Peterka scored 28 and 27 goals in each of his last 2 seasons with the Sabres, respectively. In total, he spent 4 seasons with Buffalo and turned from a fledgling prospect into a bona fide star. When asked about his future at the end of last season, JJ wisely pushed the questions aside to keep his focus on the ice.
I have my agent taking care of that. I worry about having a good off-season. Excited to be in Munich this summer again. Gotta work hard, and I fully trust him to handle all that stuff. I stay away from that.
Utah GM Bill Armstrong later recalled that trade talks started to intensify around the NHL Combine. Ironically, an event held annually in Buffalo.
We roughly heard a little noise around the combine time and about 3 weeks ago. And, obviously as a GM, you stay in tune to what's going on in the league and you make some calls. And I didn't think anything was going to happen. But, sure enough, it did. It was one of those things where I think it's a win-win for both clubs. Buffalo got 2 real good players. And we got JJ, who's going to add into our scoring touch on our top 2 lines. So I think it's a win for both clubs. But it took some time to mature and get across the finish line. But we were able to do it.
Peterka, meanwhile, heard about the exchange while on a golf trip in Spain.
Well, I was on a golf trip in Spain at that time, so that was actually pretty funny. With one of the guys who was in the system, we're just sitting at dinner, and I got the call, came back, and told him we're going to be teammates from now on, so that was pretty funny, actually.
Now, the Munich-born winger has traded Buffalo Blue for Mountain Blue, and he couldn't help but smile when talking about the promise of his new team.
Just how committed the team is to win, I think. Best example probably is the new practice facility. That also excites me the most, I would say. Yeah, and just like by playing there once, just the atmosphere was great. The fans felt like so tight and close to the ice. It's going to be really exciting. When you look at the roster, how many young players are there, they're already so good. So I think just timeline-wise for me, it's going to be a perfect fit. Growing together with those guys and hopefully winning a lot of games.
Buffalo gave J.J. Peterka his start, but Utah is his future. Tonight, he returns for the first time to face the team that took him in the second round back in 2020, and the city that watched him become a star in front of their own eyes.
And it's a big game for the Utah Mammoth opening this 4-game road trip. 4 teams with winning records, 3 of which made the playoffs last season. Adrian Teddy with you in our Mountain Blue studios. When we come back, more from J.J. Peterka. He joins Mike Folta and myself for the Odd Man Rush. When we continue, we're getting close to our face-off just after 5 from the KeyBank Center in Western New York. Right here as the Mammoth look to get to 9-4 on the season on Hockey Night in Utah.
Utah Mammoth hockey is back at Delta Center. Don't miss your chance to be part of the excitement. Buy your tickets now at UtahMammoth.com. Great seats are available for most games and selling quickly. UtahMammoth.com. Your home for all things Mammoth hockey.
Helping your money do more means making sure you get the most out of every dollar. That's why, for a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa credit card and spend $3,000 within 90 days, we'll give you $300. That's like getting a 10% discount on everything you pay for with your card. Before you spend another cent, head to AmericaFirst.com and apply for your low-rate Visa credit card today. Membership eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions apply. Subject to additional criteria. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
This fall, the season of cozy beginnings meets big savings. It's the fall new home move-in event from Visionary Homes. For a limited time, enjoy fall savings in northern Utah on select single-family homes, townhomes, and condos, starting in the high 200,000s. Same quality craftsmanship, locations you'll love, and designer finishes. Ready just in time for cozy nights, fire pits, and hot cocoa. Visit visionaryhomes.com to connect with their online new home specialists and explore communities and homes with limited time fall savings. Visionary Homes, built for life's moments.
Utah Mammoth are here for an exciting season. And Trucordia, the group name for a nationwide insurance brokerage based here in Utah, is proud to be a founding partner. The Trucordia companies deliver insurance solutions to help you protect what matters most. Home plus auto, employee benefits, construction, cyber. Trucordia blocks risks to help you ensure your goals. Learn more at Trucordia, spelled TRUCORDIA.com.
Hurt in a car wreck, dog bite, slip and fall. Just call Quick Swap. For one call, that's all.
After a car wreck, dealing with big insurance companies on your own can hurt your case. One call, that's all means we take care of everything. From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish. Call Craig Swap & Associates today at 801-444-4444.
One call, that's all.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Mammoth, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Hey Utah, are you ready for the Utah Mammoth to hit the ice? Catch every moment of the action with Mammoth Plus. Stream games, watch anywhere, and get games and highlights anytime. Stream at UtahMammothPlus.com.
We are ready. Puck drop is right around the corner on Hockey Night in Utah.
Utah is on its feet.
Here's Adrian Denny.
Buffalo Sabres off to a good start at home, 5-2-1. Going back to last year, 28-17-9. Utah looking to start the trip out with a victory here tonight. JJ Peterka making his homecoming to Buffalo, where he started his career. We're going to hear from him coming up right now in our Odd Man Rush. But first, we want to reset tonight's Lock of the Night. When does JJ score his first goal in his return to Buffalo? On Twitter, at 801 Adrian Denny, 53.2% of you said the first period, 31.9% of you said the second, 10.6% said the third, 4.3% of you said JJ will get his first goal of the game in overtime. We'll get Mike Folta's Lock of the Night coming up after we hear from JJ Peterka in our Odd Man Rush ahead of tonight's face-off in Buffalo.
I asked you the other night how much fun you're having with Logan Cooley and with Dylan Guenther. Just now that we're 11 games into the season, do you feel like that chemistry and that fun is where it needs to be for you guys?
I think chemistry, there's still a lot to improve, I would say, even though it's pretty good already. But especially on the road trip, I think from game to game, you could see like how much better we're getting together. So yeah, really excited for the upcoming games and just trying to build on that, keep going.
What are the challenges? What are the adjustments when you're coming to a new team to play with new line mates and you're with those two who are, like yourself, skilled, fast, offensive, creative? What's the process of getting in sync the more you play with each other?
Not much adjustments, to be honest. I think just going out there, having fun, like trying to find each other all the time. And I think that's what we've been doing. And just kind of like build on that and create a lot of stuff out there.
We heard head coach Andre Turney call you guys artists out there. What do you think of that? What comes to mind when you hear that?
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. No, I think it just shows like how creative we all are.
how much we want to make the next play. Want to create a scoring chance basically in every shift we have. So that is actually pretty cool. We see this with a lot of the top players, a lot of the best players now, that deception is so important, whether it's a head fake or changing where your eyes are going. Is that something that you practice as a puck handler, or is that something that you just have or you're gifted with? No, you got to practice a lot. I think just in practice and drills, even though they're like no opponents there, just trying to get that in your game that you did instinctively is pretty good, and that's how I do it.
So we've got your line, obviously talked about it, you, Gunther, Cooley, but the next one, Hayton, Keller, Schmaltz. Have you ever been in a situation on a team where you've got a line like what you have, and then that one that's hopping over before or after?
It's actually pretty insane. I think just both of our lines, how much we're creating out there. Always a scoring chance, always something happening. So I think pretty cool to have, and especially like for opponents, I think it's not easy when you like match lines and stuff like that. When you have two lines like going that good, so yeah, really nice to have.
JJ Peterka with Mike Folta and myself on the Odd Man Rush. You can hear that complete conversation coming up next week on Mammoth Daily, a week from tomorrow, because tomorrow on Mammoth Daily, we've got Mikhail Sergachev joining Mike and I post-Halloween to give us the update on trick-or-treating, the costumes, the chickens, Dmitry Simashev, the starts of the season so far. So join Mike and I in the morning wherever you get your podcasts. We'll have Mike's Morning After to recap this one, Mikhail Sergachev, and a surprise in store for the third period if we can come up with one. So Mammoth Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, 30 minutes with me and Mike every morning, Monday through Friday. Is that Mike Folta here at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo?
Oh, it sure is. We're kicking off another road trip, a whole bunch of action away from Delta Center to start the year. That will come back and help Utah later in the season. But we got to get these road games out of the way, Adrian. We're here on the shores of Lake Erie at KeyBank Center in Buffalo tonight, where we might have two ships passing in the night. Utah, one team that has lost two in a row, and the Sabres have points in 6 straight entering this evening. Two teams going in opposite directions.
Well, you probably wouldn't know it the way we talk about our top 6 forwards, Mike, but Utah's gotten their last 10 goals from 10 different players, and I know we have all really been pleased with the third and fourth lines. You and I have talked about it. Matt McConnell made the surprise visit this morning on Mammoth Daily.
Did he ever?
He was talking about the third and fourth lines. This Utah team, Mike, very versatile, and the D can score too and help out.
Yeah, the back end has been contributing, and speaking of that, this Sabres team gets a ton of contributions from their back end, of course, headlined by Rasmus Dahlin, who is probably in the second tier of defensemen in the NHL, just below Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar, but Dahlin is up there among the best blue liners in the league. So expect Dahlin and those other rear guards for the Sabres to contribute offensively. Utah's going to have a great challenge here tonight against a Sabre team that's been scoring goals.
JJ Peterka returning home to Buffalo. Mike, I got to get your lock of the night, as right now I'm watching Nick Olczyk and Kim Becker on Hockey Night Utah on TV. Nick is just chugging down the milk. Now Kim's going for the milk. They just ate a bunch of hot wings after Buffalo trivia. So in the spirit of it, our friends are on the TV side, SCG Plus, Utah 16. But back to lock of the night. When does JJ Peterka get that first goal? Kim says 11 minutes in. Nick says overtime. Will says late in the third. I say 5 into the second. What say you?
I say second period.
Got you down. Any time or anything like that, or just second period?
I gave one earlier on TV and I forget, so I'm not going to give you a different time in case we have a crossing of streams here.
Fair enough. Second period for Mike. JJ Peterka and the Mammoth in Buffalo next with Mike Folta on the call here on Hockey Night Utah.
Tusks up, my guy. Woo!
Tips up, my dude.
Come again?
Mammoth Hockey and Icon Pass. Both mind-blowing. The second lets you drop in on over 60 mountains worldwide, including Utah favorites Deer Valley, Solitude, Alta, Snowbird, and Snow Basin.
All right. Tips up.
And Tusks up. Enjoy more with Icon Pass starting at $349 adult. Score now at iconpass.com.
At Atlas Investment Management, we get to know you. Unlike the large national firms, we are right here in your community. We take the time to understand your goals, your dreams, your story. And then we build a proactive, hands-on strategy around them. Because outperform isn't just our tagline, it's who we are. Atlas Investment Management, where you are our focus.
Investment advisory services offered through Ignite Planners, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Utah Mammoth are here for an exciting season. And Trucordia, the group name for a nationwide insurance brokerage based here in Utah, is proud to be a founding partner. The Trucordia companies deliver insurance solutions to help you protect what matters most. Home plus auto, employee benefits, construction, cyber. Trucordia blocks risks to help you ensure your goals. Learn more at Trucordia, spelled TRUCORDIA.com.
The power of we connects you. It looks after you. It completes your circle. And with Intermountain Health as a partner in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. Because the stronger your circle, the healthier your life will be. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Utah Mammoth. Utah Mammoth hockey is on the air.
Come blue!
And this is Hockey Night in Utah.
I cannot wait to get this place busted!
Hockey Night in Utah is powered by Mammoth Plus, your all-access streaming platform for your Utah Mammoth, and by the Utah Mammoth socials. Follow at Utah Mammoth on Instagram, X, and TikTok today.
What valor!
It's time for Utah Mammoth hockey.
At the empty net!
Here's the radio voice of your Utah Mammoth.
Bingo!
Mike Folta.
The venerable Abraham Lincoln once said, "Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends?" When Honest Abe uttered these profound rhetoric remarks, he no doubt was referring to the Utah Mammoth acquiring J.J. Peterka from the Buffalo Sabres. And now tonight, we witness the crossroads between friends and enemies as Utah's newest star returns to face his former team. To that end, two Utah originals, Josh Doan and Michael Kesselring, suit up for Buffalo against their old cronies, now in Mountain Blue. With friends like these, who needs enemies? It's the Utah Mammoth and the Buffalo Sabres, hot and ready on Hockey Night in Utah. Pleasantries aside, tonight's game carries far more weight than just a reunion for old teammates. The Mammoths have lost back-to-back games for the first time this year, and it's essential for Utah that this 4-game road trip begins on the right foot. The Mammoth will take on the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow night, and then they'll be in Montreal on Saturday, Ottawa on Sunday. Buffalo has earned points in 6 straight games and must keep winning to keep pace in a crowded Eastern Conference. Mammoth and Sabres up next on Hockey Night in Utah.
College students, this one's for you. The Utah Mammoth and Moxie have teamed up to get you to a Mammoth game for just $15. Plus, you get a hot dog and a water. Download the Utah Mammoth app, turn on notification, and be the first to know when tickets drop all season long.
Mammoth fans, visit your local Utah Bullfrog Spas factory store today to receive up to 50% off of a Bullfrog Spas hot tub or swim spa, including refurbished and scratch and dent. Bullfrog Spas feature the patented jetpack therapy system, allowing jetpacks to be interchangeable and customizable for the perfect massage and relaxation. Hurry, inventory is limited. Bullfrog Spas, a Utah company. Peaceful body, peaceful mind, peaceful home.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light this Wednesday, November 5th. Come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Step into virtual reality with Nightingale College and learn the innovative world of nursing. Nightingale offers 100% online nursing classes combined with on-ground field experience to elevate your education. Great career opportunities are available for bachelor-prepared nurses in as few as 32 months with no waiting lists. Innovative learning on your own time. Become a Nightingale nurse. Visit us at nightingale.edu. Now accepting applications along the Wasatch Front for our upcoming spring semester.
Be the first in line for the future of Utah hockey. Place your Mammoth deposit today and lock in priority access to tickets, merch, and more. Don't wait. The Ice Age is here, and seats are going fast. Utah, secure your spot now at utahmammoth.com.
Here at KeyBank Center, both teams ready and waiting. We will have two anthems here in Buffalo tonight. Let's go down to ice level for the Canadian anthem.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Set and ready between Utah and Buffalo. Let's get to the starting lineup this evening for the Mountain Blue.
The Utah Mammoth, starting six.
JJ Peterka, forward. Munich. Logan Cooley, center. Pittsburgh. Dylan Guenther, forward. Edmonton, Alberta.
Mikhail Sergeychev, defenseman. Nizhny Kamsk.
Dmitry Simoshev, defenseman. Yaroslavl.
Karol Vejmelka, goalie. Trebek.
Andres Ringy, head coach. Nicolas Quebec.
To no one's surprise, we start out with a line of Logan Cooley, Dylan Guenther, and JJ Peterka. Returning to Buffalo to face his former team, Head coach Lindy Ruff counters with Josh Doan and Michael Kesselring on the ice for the Buffalo Sabres. Those three were all involved in a trade back in late June. They have all switched teams. It's a brand new year and a brand new outlook for both of these clubs. We are underway here on Hockey Night in Utah as the Mammoth kick off a 4-game road trip here tonight in Buffalo. Pass broken up at center. It's Ryan McLeod up the far side. Poke checked by Mikhail Sergachev. Now Logan Cooley heads north. Veering in across the blue line, Bowen Byram, a 24-year-old former 4th overall pick of the Avalanche, took it away. Byram tied up by Peterka and outskates Josh Doan. He was a 2nd-round pick of the Arizona Coyotes back in 2021. Played with the Utah Mammoth for 51 games last year. Was traded to Buffalo in exchange for Peterka. Puck in the Sabres zone. And that is Jack Quinn in the far corner, checked up against the wall by Nick Schmaltz. Schmaltz leads Utah with 17 points on the season, 7 goals for number 8, Nick Schmaltz. He taps it in across the line and pursues down to our left in the Buffalo zone. Barrett Hayton gloves this down to the corner. Stripped of the puck by Buffalo's captain, Rasmus Dahlin, an excellent Swedish defenseman. Ian Cole, left point. Backdoor pass, and that gets through everybody. Oli Mata flags this down on the far side. Schmaltz has possession for Utah, connecting with Clayton Keller. Keller to the middle. Cole shoots and just misses wide. The defenseman Ian Cole had crept down into the slot area. Now he gets the puck back along the blue line. Schmaltz unloads. Save made by Alex Lyon in front. And this puck is kept alive by the Mammoth. Good shift here by the captain's line. Schmaltz out high. Looks in from the blue line, taking his measurements. Keller trying to pull it away from Dahlin. Keller centered the puck. Barrett Hayton relays it back to Ian Cole. Cole shoots through traffic. Keller picks it up. Drags, shoots. Blockered away by Lyon. A good stop there with his right arm. And it's finally cleared by the Sabres, but this will be icing just over 2 minutes into the first. A good start for Utah, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. Let's get to our All-SCO uniform check. If your business needs laundered uniforms delivered each week for your employees, remember, it pays to keep clean with All-SCO uniforms. The Sabres wearing a blue and yellow template. Utah in their road whites, where they are 4-3-0 so far this season. Rock white sweaters or salt white sweaters, I should say, with rock black numerals and mountain blue trim. Slap shot from up high. That was Sergachev, and he blazed one high and wide of the far corner. McBain tried to center. Third line on the ice for head coach Andre Tyranny. That's McBain, Krause, and Carcone. They were outstanding in a loss the other night against Tampa Bay. That was Sunday afternoon back at Delta Center. One quick home game sandwiched in between four-game road trips. Utah lost that game against the Lightning 4-2. Shot goes off a stick in the Utah zone. Out of play. Not quite 3 minutes into the first. That was by Noah Ostlund trying to get one on net towards Karel Vejmelka, who earlier this season set a Utah franchise record with 6 straight wins. He's coming off a loss against Tampa Bay. In that game, he stopped 22 of 25. The Lightning scored an empty netter. Defensive zone faceoff to be taken by Kevin Stenlund, who played in his 300th NHL game last time out against Tampa. He gets chased out. Yamamoto steps in, and the Sabres win the faceoff back. Buffalo in the offensive zone. Around it goes for Isaac Rosen, who scored his first NHL goal in his last game. That was a shootout win by the Sabres against the Washington Capitals. Check delivered by Yamamoto on the far side. Bouncing puck rolls behind the Utah net. It swung up the far side boards and kept alive by Ostlund. Pass across, and that was a nice check delivered on Peyton Krebs by Nate Schmidt. Utah starting the breakout. Knocked down at center by the Sabres and tapped ahead by Krebs, a former first-round pick of the Vegas Golden Knights once upon a time. Utah has the puck in their own zone. We're 3.5 minutes into a scoreless first period here at KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo. J.J. Peterka hearing some boos as he carries the puck into the offensive zone for Utah. Peterka 10 points so far, 4 goals, 6 assists with his new team. All of them coming at even strength. He has been sensational for the Mountain Blue. Mammoth taking it up through center. Cooley forced back. Sergachev refolds. Sergachev in across the line. Gets it back after a deflection. His pass picked off cleanly by Dahlin. And out it comes for Alex Tuck. Tuck feeds it this way. Ryan McLeod. This is Vegas' best line. McLeod out there with Tuck and Mason Geertsen seeing some time with those two. He'll go back to the bench. McLeod with a pass across as Josh Doan hops over the wall. He's out there now for Buffalo. Doan trying to stab that puck back behind the Utah net. Gets it back up the boards for Alex Tuck, who started his career with Vegas. Set back around. Tuck protecting the puck back below the goal line in the Utah end. Tuck one-hands it back up to McLeod. Right point. Dahlin shifts down the near side boards. His pass broken up by Peterka. The Cooley line getting stuck out there a little bit right now. Good shift by the Sabres. So far, everything kept to the perimeter as McLeod eventually got a puck towards the slot, but it was hoisted out by the Mammoth. And Utah can get a much-needed change. 5 minutes into the first, still 0-0. Each side has now had at least one extended shift in the offensive zone. This is Michael Kesselring shooting from distance off the pads of Karel Vejmelka. Kesselring with Utah last year set career highs in pretty much every offensive category. 7 goals for Michael Kesselring. Clayton Keller in the offensive zone for Utah. Down the boards for Ian Cole, who had 2 assists in his last outing. Not known as an offensive defenseman, Ian Cole. He's provided a nice offensive boost from the back end with 6 points for the defenseman. Nate Schmidt from the red line. Twist this in back behind Alex Lyon, the 33-year-old netminder out of Baudette, Minnesota. Comes out to center. Dahlin. That's Oslin, rather, 86. Oslin tried to center the puck in the Utah zone. Came in front and then got knocked back behind the net by Rosen. Timmins tried to swing it D-to-D, but Michael Carcone did well to force that out of the zone. Rosen right back in. Krebs tried to feed it across, but John Marino said not today. He walled off the pass. Utah gets it back. Krause with a pass to center as McBain glides in. Big hit delivered on only Mata from Connor Timmins. Mata got flattened as Carcone now delivers a hit here in the Buffalo zone, and Timmins takes the puck up to the blue line. Joshua Dunn, a forward for the Sabres, drags it down the right wing, lost an edge, and wraps it around the wall. Hit delivered on the far side by Brandon Tanev. That's his calling card. 6th in the NHL in hits entering tonight for Turbo, number 13 for Utah. Kevin Stenlund ropes this in, sets up Tanev down the far wing, who weaves his way around a couple of Sabres defenders, and Buffalo comes away with the puck. They speed it to center. Jammed up the ice by Beck Malenstein. And John Marino will reorganize things with Nate Schmidt. 7 minutes into a back and forth first period. Sabres coming off that 4-3 shootout win against the Washington Capitals. Each of Buffalo's last 4 games have gone to overtime. They lost in OT in 3 straight games before finally getting the monkey off the back in extra innings and winning in a shootout back on Saturday night. Cooley from the far circle tries to center backdoor, looking for Simashev, but it was pried away by McLeod, who ejects this out to center. Byram racing ahead into the Utah zone. One defenseman on the forecheck for Buffalo. It's quickly taken back by the Mammoth. Cooley gains the red line, Sergachev the blue line, and he dumps this in deep. Utah making some changes. 8 gone by in a scoreless first. Heavy forecheck from Barrett Hayden. And now it's stolen by Schmaltz, trying to center for Keller. Pulled away by the Sabres. They had 5 dark blue sweaters back defending the paint. Here they come, 4 wide up the ice. Pass in front for Tage Thompson. Shut down by Vejmelka at point-blank range. Karel Vejmelka able to extinguish the man they call TNT right in front of the Utah net. Now the Mammoth are in the offensive zone. Schmaltz drags it through the high slot. Out to the corner. Keller, back of goal. Keller for Schmaltz as those two overlap. Schmaltz shoots up high. Save. Rebound. Hayden a chance. And Lyon makes the save in tight with 11:27 to go in the first period. we've had hits, we've had chances and saves, and we've got a whole bunch more coming up next here on Hockey Night in Utah in a scoreless game at KeyBank Center.
I'm Karol Wojmelka. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
Attention Jazz Nation. We know you've been waiting on the edge of your seat, and the time has finally arrived. All tickets are available now. Let's go! Your favorite players will be back on the court, bringing the energy all season long. Whether you're looking for season tickets, mini plans, or single game matchups, there's a perfect option for every kind of fan. Show up loud and proud at Delta Center this season. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action. Buy your tickets today at UtahJazz.com.
There's a new team in town. Mark Miller Subaru and the Utah Jazz. We're joining forces to champion Utah's future game changers. By donating school supplies and creating innovative programs, we're giving Utah kids the advantage.
Because when the kids win, we all win.
Let's do this, Utah.
No more postponing your dreams due to your busy lifestyle. Nightingale College gives you the opportunity to have the ideal work-life balance from the comfort of your home. Our nursing classes are 100% online with no waiting lists and are designed to help you succeed along your journey to become a nurse. Don't let life get in your way. Become a Nightingale nurse. Visit us today at nightingale.edu. Now accepting applications along the Wasatch Front for our upcoming spring semester.
My first game, that's always something which will be in my head forever. Scoring my first goal too here was pretty special. I think all the friendships I made in the organization, still really good friends with a lot of the guys.
That is head coach Andre Turney's newest toy, J.J. Peterka, talking about his time here in Buffalo. Carcone drags the net, backhand in front. Lyon has to make a save in tight with Carcone burrowing in towards the Buffalo net. Welcome back to KeyBank Center. 11:21 to go in the first. No score yet between Utah and Buffalo. Carcone right off a faceoff took the puck in, and Alex Lyon had to make a save. We've seen a lot of Alex Lyon in net for the Sabres. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who was the incumbent number one, has been dealing with injuries. He's played a little bit, but it's mostly been Lyon in net for the Sabres. He's been decent so far, although he has given up 4 goals, or 3 or more goals, I should say, in 7 of his 9 starts this season. Had a shutout earlier in the year against the Florida Panthers that was part of a big turnaround for the Sabres, who started the year 0-3 and are 5-1-3 since. Sabres with the puck in the offensive zone as a Rasmus Dahlin shot ramps up and out of play. Nomi Health and the Utah Mammoth are expanding access to NHL games through the Nomi Cares community ticket program, giving more fans a chance to feel the energy at Delta Center. Learn more on the community page at utahmammoth.com. Defensive zone face-off for Kevin Stenlund. Stenlund wins the draw back, and Utah wraps it around their own wall. This comes out to center. So Buffalo in possession. It's knifed ahead for Noah Östlund, the 21-year-old out of Stockholm. Puck on the far side as Östlund frees it up off the yellow kick plate. Tanev was right there to intercept for the Mammoth. And Nate Schmidt begins from his own goal line. This ramps off of a skate and all the way down to the Buffalo end. Dahlin starting to regroup. He is their number one trigger man from up high. Sabres make their way in. Krebs lost the handle. Comes this way for Isaac Rosen. He goes across the street to Bowen Byram. Backdoor. What a save by Veggie! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! A forget-me-not stop by Karel Vejmelka. Call the cops. He just robbed one of the Sabres blind. It was his old teammate, Michael Kesselring, who had a tap-in goal on the back door. And Karel Vejmelka got over to shut him down with the left pad. 10:26 to go in the first. And Michael Kesselring licking his chops right now against his old goaltender, Karel Vejmelka. Heard from Kesselring and Doan that they got dinner with some of the Mammoth last night, some of their old teammates from their Utah days. A lot of friendships between those two and the Utah room, but none here right now, especially when it comes to Karel Vejmelka, who just shut down Kesselring. We're almost halfway through period number 1, 0-0. Bowen Byram set up that last opportunity to Kesselring. Sent down the wall as Sergachev reverses the flow, gets this out to center, and the Sabres have to regroup. In across the line, Ryan McLeod. He gets a cold shoulder from Dmitry Simashev. McLeod, stick handling in the near corner. Gets a shove from Simashev. It's dealt back to Byram. He walks in, uncorks one. It was fought off by Vejmelka, who came out to challenge him. Peterka finally taps it free to center. Logan Cooley on the run. He storms into the offensive zone, trying to lay it back to Peterka, but it was taken away by Byram. Cooley got taken down by Kesselring, who finished his hit on his old buddy. Comes right in front. Shot parried away by Vejmelka. That was Jack Quinn, who had the puck all alone in front of the Utah net after a bad Mammoth turnover. Karel Vejmelka has not had his best stuff his last couple outings. Now Utah in tight. Glove save by Lyon on Barrett Hayton. Chances galore coming on both ends here. Barrett Hayton was wide open after Nick Schmaltz set him up, but Alex Lyon flashes the leather this time. Just past the halfway point of period number 1, and hold on to your hats. We could have a whole lot of offense here in this one. We'll find out next on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Barrett Hayton. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
It all starts here. The Salt Lake City Stars, the official Utah Jazz affiliate, with a new look that brings mountain basketball to the fans. You can witness exciting, fast-paced games and be part of an electric atmosphere that fans of all ages can enjoy, with tickets starting at $10. Don't miss the chance to see up-and-coming talent of the next generation. Get your tickets today at slcstars.com. Basketball starts here.
On the ice, the Mammoth bring the heat. At home, that's the job of Same Day Heating and Air, the preferred HVAC provider of the Utah Mammoth. Right now, stay ahead of winter with Same Day Heating and Air's special furnace financing offers and save big with $1,500 off a brand new furnace and AC system. Don't let the cold put you on the bench. Call Same Day HVAC at 801-948-2668 or visit samedayutah.com.
Hey, Benjamin, we've got a surprise for you.
What? You have a brother. A $100 bill just like you.
Hey, I'm Ben.
What? We just got him for joining America First Credit Union and opening a new checking account.
And you're going to live together at America First.
What? This is nice.
For a limited time, new members get a $100 cash bonus when they open a checking account or $50 when they open a youth checking account. So head to AmericaFirst.com and get your money working today. Membership eligibility, terms, and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Scoreless in Buffalo, just past the halfway point of the first period. But, Mike, we've seen some of our former guys getting some good looks. Michael Kesselring already has a couple shots, and Josh Doan on that line with Alex Tuck and Ryan McLeod. They're one of the top 5 lines in the NHL this year, too, to go along with Utah's top 2.
Yeah, that line of Doan, McLeod, and Tuck, like you said, 10 goals at 5-on-5 this year, Adrian. That's the 4th most in the NHL. And Michael Kesselring coming back from injury. He has been sharp offensively here to start this game for the Sabres. Inside of 9 minutes remaining in the first, 0-0 is our score. Right before we cut to break, there were chances on both ends, and I mean grade A+ with extra credit chances. Now the Mammoth have the puck behind their own net. This is Mikhail Sergachev. Waiting for some traffic to clear in front. And Sergachev begins the rush up ice. Straight ahead, he sends this in on Lyon, who stops it with his goal paddle. Sabres almost turned it over. Ostlund tapped it away from a charging Lawson Krause. Sent out to center by Buffalo. Utah trying to get it back. That was McBain who helped win a puck battle. Olli Maatta took a big hit earlier in the first. Gets this across the blue line, but no further. Taken back by Dahlin and the Sabres. Matthias Samuelsson deposits this into the Utah zone. Big check delivered on Mata once again. He pops right back up, rearranges his helmet, and knocks it up to Michael Carcone. 1-on-2. Carcone shoots it in from the center zone. Utah making changes. Carcone, one-timer from Schmidt, just missed. Rebound! Sent off the side of the net that time by Kevin Stenlund. Now Stenlund shoots in the low slot area, and it was blocked in front by Buffalo and cleared. Looked like Stenlund had a wide-open net to shoot at after a rebound on the far side. Now Stenlund gets another look. Rebound to the far post. Lyon couldn't get a handle on it. Tanev delivers a check as Utah's fourth line gets in there, but a penalty is coming against the Mammoth. They'll get Tanev for a cross-check, it looks like. Mason Geertsen is trying to get at Brandon Tanev. Stenlund rushing to Tanev's defense, as is Schmidt, Cole, and Yamamoto. But Utah looks like they're going short-handed here. Adrian, I think we're going to get a cross-check here on, or maybe even boarding on Brandon Tanev. Let's listen into the call.
Utah 13, 2-minute minor cross-checking.
Cross-checking on Tanev. What do you see on that one, Adrian?
Yeah, Brandon Tanev just kind of got tied up behind the net as Utah was generating those offensive chances. And as he went in there, he kind of tripped up the Buffalo skater into that back wall area in Mallenstadt, and Buffalo's going to go on the power play.
No, the good news is that Brandon Tanev does have an excellent mustache, maybe the best one right now on the team. But he has put his team shorthanded. Utah man down. Utah's been good at avoiding the penalty box recently. They were a perfect 1-for-1 the other night against Tampa. Puck stolen by Jack Quinn. Handed off to McLeod on the far side. Quinn spins away from Sergachev. Quinn along for Doan, who's been good on the power play with a couple of PPGs so far this year, but this deflects up and out of play. And so we stop the action. Under 7 to go in the first. 20 seconds gone by in the penalty kill for Utah. Utah was 2 for 2 on the PK against Tampa. Sorry, go ahead, Adrian. Maybe not. This is the GEHA penalty kill for the Mammoth. Josh Doan, top of the right circle. Now we go side of the net. Pass across. Shot was stifled and cleared by Sergachev. Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com. 45 to go, or 45 gone by, rather, in the Brandon Tanev cross-checking minor. Buffalo on the power play so far this year, right around 20%. That's middle of the pack. 15th out of 32 teams. Utah gets another clear. Mammoth do not have a good penalty kill compared to the rest of the league so far this year. Bottom half, but they are perfect through their last 2 games. Puck in the Mammoth zone. Stenlund gets to it, and he rolls it all the way down. 40 to go in the power play. Tell you what, we've seen better chances at 5-on-5 in this game than we've seen on this Buffalo power play. This is Owen Power, former Michigan Wolverine, down the far side. Nearly turned it over. Now Krause steals it and rushes up the ice shorthanded. Krause and McBain. Krause, pass across McBain, shoveled it just wide. Didn't get much wood on the rubber, and there wasn't much velocity on that shot. It missed the net either way, but it was a good-looking 2-on-1. Krause set up Jack McBain shorthanded, and Utah could not convert on their first shorthanded goal of the year. Penalty time now over. Tanev out of the box. We're at 5-on-5 with just over 5 minutes left in the first period. Still 0-0. Barrett Hayden at neutral ice. Flips this into enemy territory and gets it on the forecheck. Bowen Byram lofts it out to the center. Dmitry Simashev outmaneuvers Joshua Dunn. Keller got spun around, and the long reach of the 6'6 Simashev whacks this back out to neutral ice. Pamelka stops it behind his own net. 4:40 to go here in the first. Sharply ahead for Keller. No points in his last 4 games. Cooley rushing in, had it poked away by Samuelson, who looks cool and confident back there with the 21-year-old superstar Logan Cooley bearing down on him. This puck goes out of play with 4:29 to go in the first period, and we've arrived at a ceasefire. We'll step aside here at KeyBank Center on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Logan Cooley. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex Decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light this Wednesday, November 5th. Come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Utah Mammoth are here for an exciting season. And Trucordia, the group name for a nationwide insurance brokerage based here in Utah, is proud to be a founding partner. The Trucordia companies deliver insurance solutions to help you protect what matters most. Home plus auto, employee benefits, construction, cyber. Trucordia blocks risks to help you ensure your goals. Learn more at Trucordia, spelled TRUCORDIA.com.
They're a great team. Their top two lines are very deadly. Decor's playing very solid, even without Durs in the lineup. Bottom two lines have looked great. Krauser looks great this year. Guys stepping up. Karks looks good. So I love those guys. They're a great team, but definitely excited to get in there against them too.
That is former Utah defenseman Michael Kesselring talking about his old team that has currently lost their last two. Utah losses to Edmonton and Tampa, two very good teams. For the first time this year, the Mammoth have lost back-to-back games. They're trying to right the ship against Kesselring's Sabres here this evening. Utah was a perfect 2-0 against Buffalo last year. And they outscored them 10-4 in those games. They had a pair of 5-2 victories and took care of business against these Sabres. Alec Tuck hauls the puck in and hinges it ahead into the Utah zone, but John Marino is there to set up J.J. Peterka, who turns up ice. Logan Cooley from the center red stripe. It's Nate Schmidt gliding in. One-timer from Peterka. He missed the puck up high. Cooley into the skates of Gunther. He chops at it. Loose puck. Reeled in by Simashev. And wow, how did he get that one? Eventually it does come out to Josh Doan, who paces the puck to center, and Utah has to regroup here. Cooley gives Doan a shove as those two old buddies go back to their respective benches. And the Sabres get this puck all the way down. 3.5 to go in the first period. 0-0 is our score. This ends up back with Rasmus Dahlin. 17 goals a year ago in just 73 games. He dealt with a back injury last year, Dahlin. Karel Vejmelka sends us up the far wall. Cut off by Jack Quinn. Utah wins it back. Mikhail Sergachev scanning. Locates Nick Schmaltz. And it's dealt in deep by Olli Maatta. Dahlin trying to shimmy past the forecheck of Clayton Keller. McBain on the far side gets his stick on it to keep it alive for the moment, but then it's spun out by Quinn. And the Mammoth will regroup from their own line. Olli Maatta hands it off to Ian Cole. Lawson Krause up the ice. Geometrically ahead for Michael Carcone. One-on-one with Owen Power. Power originally taken first overall back in 2021. They're still waiting for him to reach his full potential. Nate Schmidt unloads one and just missed wide on that glove side. Utah's third line is out there, but Power breaks the pressure. He is a good skater at 6'6", 225, a big body out there. And an offside whistle. No, a penalty called here. They'll get one on Utah with Power and Isaac Rosen trying to gain entry to the Utah zone. Carcone tripped him up.
Utah penalty number 53. 2-minute minor. Tripping.
So Utah going back to the penalty kill. It'll be the second time in this first period. Oh, wow. I thought power just fell down. Adrian Denny's certainly watching back in our Mountain Blue studio, and Adrian tells nothing but the truth. What say you, Adrian? Agree or disagree?
Yeah, Mike, that's a tough call. Carcone was going straight towards the puck, and power just kind of fell over with
checked him.
Yeah, fell over with the contact a bit, but they were both going for the puck, and a little nudge, as you said.
Utah did not allow any shots on Buffalo's last power play. Sabres had their second opportunity. Inside of 2 minutes left in the first, Utah steals it just inside their own blue line, and it's whipped down the ice by Kevin Stenlund. Utah, like I mentioned earlier, hasn't had the best penalty kill percentage, but they've had timely penalty kills throughout the early part of this year. Josh Doan cruises in. One-timer from Thompson. He fanned on it. Loose. Schmaltz got his stick on it. Couldn't clear. Loose in the high slot. That thing's bouncing around. Schmaltz still having trouble locating it, and eventually Nick Schmaltz gets this all the way down. That was like trying to track down a rubber ball on a concrete floor. It was bouncing every which way, and eventually it was the steady hand of McBain who guided it out. High shot by Dahlin, and that's covered up by Vejmelka after making a save with the chest. 54 seconds left in the Carcone tripping minor. Dahlin doesn't always look like the fastest skater, but he can motor by guys, and he is certainly been one of the bright spots of this Buffalo group ever since he was taken first overall in 2018. Sabres have had a few first overall picks in recent memory. Dahlin being one of them. I mentioned Owen Power again. Had Jack Eichel, who obviously is with the Vegas Golden Knights. This is a Sabres organization that has not made the playoffs in 14 long years. That is tied with the NFL's New York Jets for the longest playoff drought in North American professional sports, at least the Big Four leagues. Under a minute to go here in the first. Moving in is McLeod. Wraps it around for Alex Tuck on the near side. Connecting with McLeod again. Back to the point, Power. His pass broken up by Stenlund, who fans on a clearance, but then makes no mistake on the second attempt. 35 to go in the period. The penalty will expire in 15 seconds, so there will be a little bit of 5-on-5 time here at the end of the first. We're scoreless. Owen Power trudges ahead, in on the left wing. Throws some snow as he taps the brakes, and this is stick handled to center by Nick Schmaltz. Down the left wing, Nate Schmidt short-handed. He shoots one up high. That was shrugged away by Lyon and comes all the way out to neutralize. We're at 5-on-5 with just a couple seconds left here in the first period. Jack McBain walks it back to the safe harbor of his own zone. And we will head to our first intermission, scoreless, between the Utah Mammoth and the Buffalo Sabres. 0-0. Adrian Denny has your first intermission report coming up next on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm JJ Peterka. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
There's a new team in town. Mark Miller Subaru and the Utah Jazz. We're joining forces to champion Utah's future game changers. By donating school supplies and creating innovative programs, we're giving Utah kids the advantage.
Because when the kids win, we all win.
Let's do this, Utah.
Every Mammoth fan knows hydration is key, and your family deserves the best at home. That's why Superior Water and Air is the preferred water treatment provider of the Utah Mammoth. For a limited time, get $500 off a new tankless water heater and enjoy cleaner water, softer showers, and reliable hot water all season long. Call Superior Water and Air at 801-948-2674 or visit superiorwaterandair.com. Superior Water and Air, trusted by Utah families and the Utah Mammoth.
Jim Jr. here from RGS Exteriors. Did you know that we offer 3 distinct styles of gutter protection? Each one meant to handle a specific leaf problem. You might not even know there are different styles of gutter protection, but there are. And if you pick the wrong one, it could be a huge waste of money. Now, the big gutter guard companies won't tell you this. They try to sell you a one-size-fits-all gutter guard. And it could be completely wrong for the amount and types of trees and leaves you have. Not RGS Exteriors. We understand which kind of leaf problem needs which kind of gutter guard. We'll do an in-depth evaluation to assess the types, locations, and numbers of trees in your yard. Based on that data, we match your home to the right gutter guard. So don't risk wasting money on the wrong gutter protection. For a free evaluation and estimate, call RGS Exteriors at 801-280-3110 or visit rgsexteriors.com. That's 801-280-3110 or rgsexteriors.com.
Clayton Keller fires a frozen rope.
This is the Hockey Night in Utah. First intermission report.
Follow the leader.
Here's Adrian Denny.
He goes across the street to Bowen Byram. Backdoor. What a save by Veggie. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. A forget-me-not stop.
Some good stops from Karel Vejmelka in that opening period. He stopped all 9 that he saw. We're scoreless after 20 minutes from Buffalo. Adrian Denny back with you here at our Mountain Blue Studios. In just a moment, we'll be throwing it back to Mike Folta at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo. He'll be with number 6, John Marino. Karel Vejmelka has allowed just 1 goal in the first period in his last 4 road games, stopping 20 of 21 shots, including those 9 saves in that first period. So good opening frame there from Veggie. Saw 2 shots from former Utah skater Michael Kesselry. He led Buffalo with 2 shots. Josh Doan had 1. So a third of the shots from Buffalo on to Vejmelka coming from former Utahns. We'll get to Mike and John Marino in just a second, but first want to remind you that the Utah Mammoth and University of Utah Health are teaming up to honor the everyday heroes in our healthcare community. Throughout the season, the Mammoth and University of Utah Health will recognize 3 outstanding healthcare workers. Each honoree will receive a grant and a gift totaling $500, a custom hockey item, and tickets to a game where they will be honored in front of all the fans. Do you know a healthcare hero who deserves a spotlight? Nominate them today by visiting NHL.com/Utah and visiting the community page. Let's show our appreciation for those who make a difference every day. Back to Buffalo. Here's Mike Folta with John Marino.
We're here with John Marino after period number 1, and John, that felt like a back and forth first period with chances that seemed to come out of nowhere. How did you guys see that down there?
Yeah, I think we're playing in the way they want us to play, just back and forth, chance for chance, and got to get back to our defensive structure here and do what we've been doing.
Is that something with the back check? Is that just structurally in your own zone, or where do you see some of those breakdowns?
Yeah, a little bit all the above. Just working as 5 guys out there as one unit. Being a little better in the defensive zone and the neutral zone, not allowing them, clean entries. And, they got guys jumping up the whole time too, so being able to track back on them.
How important is it at the start of a road trip to get off on the right foot?
Yeah, I definitely want to. It's we got 2 back-to-backs here, so we want to get up to a strong start and, gain some momentum, some confidence going forward. So we turn it around here.
John, thanks for the time and good luck in the second.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, John Marino and Mike Folta after 20 minutes from Buffalo. We talked about Karel Vejmelka. Utah did not score in that first period, but they did a good job of generating some quality offense. 5 of their 7 shots on goal came within 20 feet of the net. And that line of Barrett Hayton, Nick Schmaltz, and Clayton Keller was good in the first period, too. They out-attempted Buffalo 7-3 and outshot them 4-2. No score from Western New York. Back with more on that opening frame when we continue right after this here on Hockey Night in Utah.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Just top.
This fall, the season of cozy beginnings meets big savings. It's the fall new home move-in event from Visionary Homes. For limited time, enjoy fall savings in northern Utah on select single-family homes, townhomes, and condos, starting in the high 200,000s. Same quality craftsmanship, locations you'll love, and designer finishes. Ready just in time for cozy nights, fire pits, and hot cocoa. Visit visionaryhomes.com to connect with their online new home specialists and explore communities and homes with limited time fall savings. Visionary Homes, built for life's moments.
Tusks up, my guy. Woo! Tips up, my dude.
Come again?
Mammoth Hockey and Icon Pass. Both mind-blowing. The second lets you drop in on over 60 mountains worldwide, including Utah favorites Deer Valley, Solitude, Alta, Snowbird, and Snowbasin.
All right. Tips up.
And Tusks up. Enjoy more with Icon Pass starting at $349 adult. Score now at iconpass.com.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Command the road with America's best-selling trucks for 46 years and counting, Ford F-Series. Gear up and head out in an all-wheel drive Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's adventurous new lineup like Bronco, Bronco Sport, and Maverick. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today for big cash back, low APR, and great lease offers based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
The Utah Mammoth and Smiths are teaming up to get you to a game. With qualified purchases, score single goal view tickets, a hot dog, and water included for just $15. Download the Utah Mammoth app, turn on notifications, and be the first to know when tickets drop all season long.
Breaking down the first 20.
Listen to Utah.
Getting you ready for period 2.
We're used to seeing it.
Hockey night in Utah rolls on. Here's AD, Adrian Denny.
Utah 0, Buffalo 0 after one period on this Tuesday night. Early start for you, 5 o'clock here in the Mountain West. Of course, 7 o'clock on the East Coast. It was a first period where I thought Utah got a really nice frame from Michael Carcone. He took that penalty late, but he had 2 shots and laid down 3 hits in that opening period. And we've been talking a lot about that line with Mike Lawson-Krause and Jack McBain. Thought they had another solid first period. Utah did kill 2 penalties in that opening frame, and they only allowed 1 shot. The bad thing about that is it kept the team from rolling their forward lines. Clayton Keller, his second fewest time on ice in a first period this year. Dylan Gunther, his fewest time on ice in a first period this year due to the penalty killing situations. Big story here on this Tuesday night is J.J. Peterka going back to Buffalo, who drafted him in the second round in 2020. But Utah wanted to star. They found a way to make it happen. He's a proud, happy member of the Mammoth now, and he just caught up with our very own Sarah Merrifield.
All right, JJ, coming back in this arena, what are the emotions of being back out here after coming over from the organization and across the way?
Yeah, I think so many memories, made so many good friends over the years, so only good memories for sure.
You started your career with the Sabres. What lessons did you learn from those 4 seasons to carry over into Utah that you've been able to apply with this group?
Well, I think just maturity, I think, over the years. I got better from year to year. Matured my game, so yeah, I think that's for sure.
And focusing on your team tonight, obviously the last 2 want to flush those, but what do you want to focus on, especially as a team, to not let that roll over into this trip?
I think just work hard, stick to the game plan. That's what we've been doing, and when we were playing great, so I think just sticking to that and playing with pace.
Good luck tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, JJ, from Buffalo, where the Mammoth and their opposition, the Buffalo Sabres, are scoreless after 20. Third time in the last 4 games that Utah finds themselves in a tie game after 20 minutes. They were 1-1 with Tampa Bay on Sunday. They were scoreless with Winnipeg last Sunday. In between that, they had a 2-0 lead at Edmonton last Tuesday. For Utah, can you believe this is just their second game in the last 7 days after we started the season with 11 games in 20 days? Utah looking to get to 9-4 on the season. We're going to win for the 8th time in the last 10 games after a 1-2 start. Meanwhile, Buffalo is trying to get to standings points in 9 of their last 10 games after they started the season at 0-5. 3. So scoreless first period, but saw some good chances from both sides, saw some good goaltending. Utah, though, did not get a shot in the final 7 minutes and 26 seconds of that first period, largely in part because they were shorthanded twice late in that first period. Brandon Tanev got a cross-check on Bowen Byram. Michael Carcone got called for tripping late on Owen Power. Utah in that opening frame, they won 61.5% of the face-offs. We'll come back with Mike Foltz's first period highlights, and we'll get you ready for second period action from the KeyBank Center in Buffalo when we continue right after this here on Hockey Night in Utah.
It all starts here. The Salt Lake City Stars, the official Utah Jazz affiliate with a new look that brings mountain basketball to the fans. You can witness exciting, fast-paced games and be part of an electric atmosphere that fans of all ages can enjoy, with tickets starting at $10. Don't miss the chance to see up-and-coming talent of the next generation. Get your tickets today at slcstars.com. Basketball starts here.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light this Wednesday, November 5th. Come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This season, Mountain Land Supply is teaming up with Utah Mammoth to support families in need. For every Mammoth assist, Mountain Land Supply will donate $20 to Primary Children's Hospital to provide critical care and resources to children in need. The Utah Mammoth organization is proud to match these donations dollar for dollar up to $20,000. Together, we can make a difference.
Looking for the perfect treat? Dive into True Fruit, where nature's fruit meets rich, indulgent chocolate. True Fruit's fresh fruit is hyper-chilled to lock in flavor and nutrition, with clean ingredients you can feel good about. Whether you're craving strawberries, cherries, or blueberries, True Fruit is your go-to snack. Find True Fruit in the freezer aisle, wherever you shop for your groceries. True Fruit. Indulge in the best of nature.
The world's greatest coverage.
Taves, 3-on-1. Taves, Lee, scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Utah putting on a show.
Period 1 highlights.
Back defending the paint. Here they come, 4 wide up the ice. Pass in front for Taves Thompson. Shut down by Vejmelka at point-blank range. Krebs lost the handle, comes this way for Isaac Rosen. He goes across the street to Bowen Byram. Backdoor, what a save by Veggie! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! A forget-me-not stop by Karel Vejmelka. Cooley got taken down by Kesselring. Comes right in front, shot parried away by Vejmelka.
Lots and lots and lots of Karel Vejmelka for Utah in that opening 20 minutes. He stopped all 9 shots that he saw were scoreless after 20 minutes of play. Buffalo, with both power plays in that period, they outshot Utah 9-7, but they only had 1 power play shot. One thing Utah did really, really well in that first period, we talked about winning 62% of the faceoffs, but they won 3 of their 4 faceoffs shorthanded. And Utah's penalty kill has been really, really good the last 3 games, albeit they came into tonight's game 3 for 3 in their last 2 games, so not going shorthanded a lot, but went shorthanded twice in that first period there, and nothing really doing for the Buffalo Sabres, who enter the night over 20% on the power play. 5-on-5, we skate as we go to the second period. Utah picked up a couple of 5-2 wins against the Sabres last year. Last year when they were in Buffalo on December 7th, they didn't score any in the first, but they scored 5 the rest of the way. We'll root for that when we come back. Mike Foltz for the middle frame next on Hockey Night in Utah.
Mammoth Nation, it's Mike Fulton.
Join me and Nasher, Tyson Nash.
Talk about a pair of coconuts.
As we chop it up on Nashcast.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ding, ding.
Join us for great stories, Nash Crashers, and plenty of laughs. New episodes drop Wednesdays at 8 on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Bring the thunder.
Tim Jr. here from RGS Exteriors. Did you know that we offer 3 distinct styles of gutter protection? Each one meant to handle a specific leaf problem. You might not even know there are different styles of gutter protection, but there are. And if you pick the wrong one, it could be a huge waste of money. Now, the big gutter guard companies won't tell you this. They try to sell you a one-size-fits-all gutter guard. And it could be completely wrong for the amount and types of trees and leaves you have. Not RGS Exteriors. We understand which kind of leaf problem needs which kind of gutter guard. We'll do an in-depth evaluation to assess the types, locations, and numbers of trees in your yard. Based on that data, we match your home to the right gutter guard. So don't risk wasting money on the wrong gutter protection. For a free evaluation and estimate, call RGS Exteriors at 801-280-3110 or visit rgsexteriors.com. That's 801-280-3110 or rgsexteriors.com.
The Utah Mammoth know the value of a strong defense. And at home, your defense against plumbing problems is Beehive Plumbing, the preferred plumbing provider of the Utah Mammoth. Right now, score big with Beehive Plumbing's water heater and drain specials, including $50 off any plumbing service. Don't sit in the penalty box with plumbing troubles. Call Beehive Plumbing today at 801-948-2687 or visit beehiveplumbing.com. Beehive Plumbing, trusted by Utah, trusted by the Mammoth.
It's time for the middle frame.
Putting its body on the line.
Period 2 begins now.
Rally towels in the air. Delta Center is alive.
Here's Mike Folta.
Back to a blustery Buffalo on the shores of Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes and not the least of the Great Lakes. 0-0 between Utah and Buffalo as we enter our second stanza of the night. No score yet, but chances galore for both teams in that opening 20 minutes. Utah perfect 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. This is game 1 of a 4-game road trip for Utah and game 1 of a back-to-back. Mammoth will hop across Niagara Falls and take on the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow night. We open up period number 2 with an icing call against the Sabres just 7 seconds in. The Utah Mammoth Amateur Hockey Association would like to thank our sponsors, America First Credit Union, University of Utah Health, and Superior Water and Air. We thank you for your tremendous support of our youth hockey program. Utah on the attack here in the offensive zone. Comes out to the Sabres. Fired up the ice by Bowen Byram, but then turned over. Schmaltz was fishing for it in the high slot, and Kesselring knocked it away. Josh Doan one-on-one gets canceled out by Dmitry Simashev. Utah gets this out through center. It's Keller, Schmaltz, and Hayton. Keller pirouettes on the far side, feeds this along the blue line for John Marino, who we talked to in our first intermission report. Mammoth in the offensive zone. One-timer Keller. Rebound for Hayton off the pads of Alex Lyon. 2 good saves in tight for Lyon, who had a perfect first period for Buffalo. Sabres get to a puck, and it's lifted ahead by Josh Doan. We heard Michael Kesselring early in an interview with some of the Sabres broadcast crew. Puck on the side of the net for Peterka as he gets some booze. Shot by Marino, goes off the end wall. Back of goal, Cooley. His pass picked off and cleared all the way down. And that will be another icing call here against Buffalo, just over a minute into our second period. Let's hear from Michael Kesselring on knowing Utah's game. This was during an interview he gave with some Sabres crew members earlier this afternoon.
Maybe just about systems and certain guys' tendencies and maybe special teams. So it's funny because I know it to a T now. So it's kind of funny, like I know what to expect tonight with the game and how they play. So it'll be kind of fun to be on the other side.
Schmidt drags off a faceoff, shoots, and that ramps up and out of play. So we stop play again. Boy, we didn't have a faceoff, or we only had one faceoff for about 8 minutes of the first period. Now we have a whole bunch of red lights here at the start of the second. But that was former Utah skater Michael Kesselring talking about playing against his old team. He also said when Keller and Schmaltz are on the ice, they look for each other. When 9 has the puck, look for 8. When 8 has the puck, look for 9. Now it's Cooley at the dot out there with the former Sabre Peterka and Dylan Gunther. Sabres angle this out through center. Peterka rushes back to it. His old teammate Peyton Krebs runs him up against the glass. Tage Thompson gathers it in for the Sabres in the offensive zone. Thompson had it poked away by Nate Schmidt, but then Thompson wins it back. Puck on the right circle to the blue line and past the blue line. Timmins has to retreat. More connections than just the trade involving Peterka, Doan, and Kesselring between Utah and Buffalo. A bunch of players also played on Team USA at the IIHF World Championship games this past spring, where Team USA won a gold medal. Clayton Keller was the captain of that team, and Tage Thompson was tied for the team lead in goals. Now this is Peterka, a German, chipping it down the ice. He's gotten plenty of boos here tonight in front of his old crowd. Isaac Rosen stepped into on the near side. The Sabres get this in deep behind Vejmelka. Ole Mata from his goal line thrusts this ahead, and the Sabres have it back with Rosen, who had his first NHL goal in his last game. Buffalo has been a little bit banged up so far to start this year. Injuries to Zach Benson, Jason Zucker, Yuri Kulik, Josh Norris, and Justin Danforth. Puck taken by Utah, and a one-time look by Krause was blocked in front. That was after Carcone stole a puck. We're about 3 minutes into the second period, and we're scoreless. Sabres looking for a way up ice. They have points in each of their last 6 games. 4 straight games have gone to OT. Buffalo through the middle. Mason Gertson sends this in on Vejmelka, who was fantastic back in the first. Good to see him getting back to form. Hit delivered on McBain. No, that was Stenlund, rather, who ate that in the far corner. Now Ole Mata rushes over to a loose puck in that same corner. Gets run into by Joshua Dunn. Here's Beck Malenstein trying to pivot away from Brandon Tanev, who takes him up against the end wall on the Utah end. Dunn leg locked by Ian Cole, and it's free for Tanev. Puck comes ahead to Stenlund, who channels this as far as center before the Sabres get it back. Good shift there by Buffalo's fourth line of Gertson, Dunn, and Malenstein. Utah the other way with Yamamoto. Stenlund shoots, tipped on goal, and Lyon makes a save with Yamamoto crashing the crease. Blazing up ahead is Ostlund. High slot and a shot saved by Vejmelka. He saves the rebound. Follow up for Tuck. Stopped in front. Mammoth get to it. It's flipped through center. And the Sabres get it back, but Utah gets to breathe a sigh of relief. This is Buffalo's best line on the ice. Tuck with Doan and Ryan McLeod. They've been effective at even strength. Loose at center. Simashev engages with Doan. Those two were never teammates in Utah because last year Dmitry Simashev was playing in Russia. This puck goes into the Buffalo bench. 4.5 minutes gone by in the second. Still 0-0 between the Mammoth and the Sabres. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here coming up. Just a reminder that you can check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light tomorrow. That's tomorrow, November 5th. Come out to Fiddler's down at 1063 East 21st Street in Salt Lake City. You can win prizes and cheer on the Mammoth. Again, that's tomorrow at Fiddler's at 1063 East 21st Street in Salt Lake City. Watch parties are presented by Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Must be 21 years of age or older. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Tanev in the offensive zone. Centering pass. Tapped on goal by Jack McBain. And Lyon once again makes the stop. That was Carcone, rather, that set up Jack McBain. Almost 5 minutes into the second period. Still looking for our first goal. Second periods have been a bit of a bugaboo for Utah so far this year. Mammoth are -5 in the goal differential department during the middle stanza, compared to a +11 mark in the other 2 periods combined. That's despite the fact that Utah has really outshot teams in the second and at times outplayed them. Puck in front for Schmidt, knocked away by Peyton Krebs. A good defensive forward for Buffalo. Work to center, and here is Jordan Greenway. Had surgery in July, missed training camp. Greenway, he's back to full strength now. Forked ahead by the Mammoth. Here comes Schmaltz and Keller together on the left wing. Schmaltz finds Keller in the high slot, opens fire, and a glove save made by a Lion. Barrett Hayden taking a couple shoves at the side of the Buffalo net. But a good stop by Alex Lyon on Clayton Keller. Keller has now gone 4 straight games without recording a point. That is the longest pointless streak for Clayton Keller in the last 5 years. The last time that Keller didn't record a point was back in October and November of 2021, so the last 4 years. Now, Keller had 4 straight multi-point games earlier this year, but he's been a bit streaky. Ian Cole at the right point, turns and curls it around the dasher here in the offensive zone. Dylan Gunther uses his hips to protect the puck on Michael Kesselring. Kesselring pins him up against the glass. Penalty coming against Utah. Cooley got tripped up. Vamelka to the bench for the extra attacker. 6-on-5. Delayed call against the Sabres. Puck in the corner. Gunther looking for it. It's touched up by Buffalo. And the penalty will be assessed. A cross-check will be dealt to Bowen Byram with 14:11 remaining in the second period. And Utah will have their first Rio Tinto power play. Here's the call.
Buffalo penalty number 4. 2-minute minor. Cross-checking.
Rio Tinto, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. 14:11 remaining in the second period. 0-0 our score. Utah going to the power play. They were 0-for against the Edmonton Oilers, against the Tampa Bay Lightning, I should say. Utah gets to the puck. Sergachev shoots, deflecting puck. Loose for Keller on the near side. Comes back to Logan Cooley. Keller at the right circle. Sergachev straight away. Keller in tight, Schmaltz shoots. Pat save. Rebound for Cooley. Stopped by a Lion. Great chances for this top unit just 13 seconds in. Cooley had a couple whacks, but Alex Lyon's left pad was ready for each attempt. Utah going up against the second best penalty kill in the NHL here tonight. Over 90% for Buffalo. It's been a strength for the Sabres all year long. They were a perfect 4-for-4 against Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals a few nights ago. Keller after a face-off win. Utah in the offensive zone. Logan Cooley, now Keller stage right. Keller shoots off a body. That was blocked by Timmins. Mammoth win it back. All the way across. One-timer from Gunther. He wanted a tip in front, couldn't get one. Sergachev from the blue line. And now in the high slot, it's relayed back to Cooley. He hands it off to Clayton Keller. Keller at the controls. Cooley, side of the net, in front. Schmaltz swung and missed. Keller, one-timer, and he lasered that high and wide. Gunther ambushed on the far side. 1:05 to go in the power play, all the way across. Keller wide open, he shoots. Save, Lyon, rebound, stopped in front. Mammoth hold it in with Sergachev. Great keep. Keller's had some A-plus opportunities. Across, Gunther, one-timer, blocked in front. And what an effort from Joshua Dunn. 45 to go in the power play. Utah has had whatever look they've wanted, but they haven't converted yet. Alex Tuck takes it in shorthanded and sends it off the side of the Utah net. This is down in the Utah zone right now. McLeod to the front. Vamelka was out of position, and luckily that deflected behind the net. Just over 20 seconds left in Utah's first Rio Tinto power play of the game. Second unit coming on to the ice. Might not even be the second unit here. Should be 2 defensemen at this point. Only a couple seconds left. Nate Schmidt centers Barrett Hayden. Backhand shot up high, and Lyon walled him off. Out ahead comes Kesselring, racing with Peterka. These two were traded for each other. Peterka rubs him out on the far wing, and Utah gets it back. 2 defensemen on the ice now for the Mammoth. Carcone jets in down the wing. Carcone and Yamamoto. Carcone gets snowed under. Yamamoto centers. There's Marino, center blue line. Far side, Ian Cole walks in, shoots, and that was blocked. Carcone, Marino, rotated over. Cole, slap shot off the goal stick of Lyon. Cleared out by the Sabres. John Marino has a couple of Buffalo forecheckers right on top of him, but he is cool under pressure. And Johnny Marino finds the stick of Jack McBain. He chugs in down the near wing and gets a hard shoulder from Rasmus Dahlin. We're at 5-on-5, 0-0, 11:20 to go in the second. Utah 0 for 1 on the power play. McBain centers and got it all the way through the blue paint with Lyon a bit unawares, but this does come out to center, and the Mammoth will regroup in front of the penalty boxes. It's dug ahead by Tage Thompson, but he could not stay on sides, and so we stop the action with 11:02 remaining in the second. Still 0-0. Mammoth starting to feel it a little bit after a heavy power play shift. More action coming up from KeyBank Center in Buffalo when we return on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Mikhail Sergachev. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Helping your money do more means making sure you get the most out of every dollar. That's why, for a limited time, when you open a new America First Visa credit card and spend $3,000 within 90 days, we'll give you $300. That's like getting a 10% discount on everything you pay for with your card. Before you spend another cent, head to AmericaFirst.com and apply for your low-rate Visa credit card today. Membership eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions apply. Subject to additional criteria. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
At Smith's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Smith's shoppers never compromise. Smith's. Fresh for everyone.
And he gets tripped up, gets it to May, and over the line. Here's May going in on goal. He shoots. He Mayday! 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 Brad May wins it in overtime.
There is nothing like a Rick Jenneret overtime winning goal call. That's the famous Mayday call. Brad May for Buffalo back in the heyday of the Sabres. Of course, the late Jenneret, his name hangs from the rafters here at KeyBank Center. He was a beloved broadcaster. Passed away back in 2023, but his calls live on. Sabres trying to return to those glory days. Right now they're tied 0-0 with Utah. We're about halfway through regulation, and this is not what we expected, a scoreless game so far. Let's bring in Adrian Denny, who's back in our Mountain Blue studios. But AD, we've had a ton of chances in this game. These are two teams that have been creating offense throughout the beginning parts of this season. Would you have thought we'd be scoreless?
No, I didn't think so at all. Buffalo's allowed 3 or more in 10 of 12 games. I thought Utah's top 6 had come out and snapped that 0 for the last game that they had on Sunday, Mike.
And you mentioned the top 6. Clayton Keller already with 3 shots on goal, 6 shot attempts. A bunch of great looks on that last power play opportunity for the Mammoth. Right now, Ole Mata has the puck back in his own zone. He finds the tape of Ian Cole. Curled around the cul-de-sac in the Buffalo end. Alex Tuck peels it off the wall, looking for Josh Doan at center. Each team trading possession in between the blue lines right now. Mata had his pass picked off. Look out, it's Krebs. High slot, wrister blocked by Ian Cole. Krebs gets it back on the blue line. Dishes it to Tuck, and then bunts it back to Bowen Byram at the right point. Byram tight roping, and it's fed across by Tage Thompson. His pass broken up. Thompson in the high slide. Walks over to the right wing. Thompson shoots and rings it off the iron. The crowd thought he scored, but Tage Thompson just put a dent in the near post. That thing was labeled, and it somehow stayed out. Thompson in again. Had his pocket picked by Dylan Guenther. Utah clears, and this will be icing against the Mammoth. 8:50 left here in the second. Tage Thompson last year, 44 goals for the Sabres. He is one of the elite goal scorers in the league. And I think even Vejmelka thought that puck had gone in. Adrian, it looked like Karel Vejmelka thought that got by him. It went off Vejmelka's shoulder and then off the post.
Yep, straight off of that near post and straight along the goal line and to safety in the corner.
Tage Thompson was the overtime hero for Team USA at the IIHF World Championships this past spring when he was playing with Keller and Cooley. Hit the OT winner against the Swiss in the gold medal game. Tied for the team lead with 6 goals in that tournament. Keller had 10 points. Cooley was tied for the team lead with 12 points. And a great showing by some Mammoth players. Of course, Doan and Kesselring also on that team. Those are the 5 from this game here tonight that were on Team USA. Dylan Guenther shoots in the offensive zone. That goes off a leg. And this bounces out to center. Well, 5 players, 2 from Utah and 3 that are currently on Buffalo were on Team USA. That was back in Sweden and Denmark in late May of last year. It's not the Olympics. It's not exactly best on best, but it's still a high-level tournament. Cooley dances in for Utah. In with Peterka, who did not play for Team Germany because he did not yet have a contract. He was waiting to see what Buffalo was going to do. And the insurance for Team Germany wasn't going to cover J.J. Peterka to play without a contract. And so he did not get to represent his country, unfortunately. But we are representing Utah on the radio here tonight, and we will continue to do so on the other side of this break. 7:43 to go in the second. 0-0 between the Mammoth and the Sabres.
I'm Clayton Keller. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
Utah Mammoth Hockey is back at Delta Center. Don't miss your chance to be part of the excitement. Buy your tickets now at UtahMammoth.com. Great seats are available for most games and selling quickly. UtahMammoth.com. Your home for all things Mammoth Hockey.
Tusks up, my guy. Woo! Tips up, my dude.
Come again?
Mammoth Hockey and Icon Pass. Both mind-blowing. The second lets you drop in on over 60 mountains worldwide, including Utah favorites Deer Valley, Solitude, Alta, Snowbird, and Snow Basin.
All right. Tips up.
And Tusks up. Enjoy more with Icon Pass starting at $349 adult. Score now at iconpass.com.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light. This Wednesday, November 5th, come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Utah, are you ready for the Utah Mammoth to hit the ice? Catch every moment of the action with Mammoth Plus. Stream games, watch anywhere, and get games and highlights anytime. Stream at UtahMammothPlus.com.
Still no score in Buffalo past the halfway point. Mike, you were exactly right. Vejmelka did get a piece of that shot that Tage Thompson rung off of that near post. You remember back in the first period, looked like Thompson had a sure goal, too, that him and Vejmelka went 1v1 on.
So far, Karel Vejmelka has stopped all 13 Buffalo shots that have come his way. 0-0, 7.5 to go in the second. It's lofted ahead by the Sabres into the Utah zone. Nice play off the wall by McBain. Carcone zooms in down the right flank. Carcone on his attack run. Whistles that one up high over the crossbar. Mammoth get it down low, below the dots here, deep in the Buffalo zone. Mallenstein to the line and out Utah is forced to tag up. Simashev pounds this right back in. And up ahead skates Spec Mallenstein, 8th-year pro out of Delta, BC. Mallenstein shouldered off the puck by John Marino. Buffalo with the disc in the offensive zone. Fourth line on the ice for the Sabres. They've had some good shifts in this game. Owen Power canceled out by Lawson Krause. And Utah looks ahead with 6:40 left in the second period. Still looking for our first goal. Shots are 18-13 in favor of Utah. As good as Vejmelka's been, Alex Lyon maybe has been even better. Swung around the boards by Clayton Keller. Utah's captain's line on the ice. Schmaltz and Hayden engaged on the near side. It comes free for Marino. Good keep at the right point. As Schmaltz finds the stick of Barrett Hayden. Hayden walks in down the near side wall, fending off Owen Power. Sabres fans think that puck got out of the zone, but we continue on. Eventually it does. Look out. Breakaway ahead. Quinn's in the clear. He shoots. Repelled by Vejmelka. Karel Vejmelka called upon once again. This time it was Jack Quinn for Buffalo. He was sprung on a breakaway from the neutral zone. And he had Vejmelka in his sights with Marino diving to try and whack his stick. But Quinn was able to test Vejmelka on that blocker side up high, and Karel Vejmelka picks up save number 14. Quinn, a former first rounder of the Sabres, taken 8th overall back in 2020. This is his 5th full year. He had 15 goals last season, career highs in goals, assists, and points last year for the 24-year-old Jack Quinn. Puck taken by Dmitry Simashev of Utah after a faceoff that goes too far and is icing against the Mammoth. And so the Sabres will have an offensive zone draw. Last time Buffalo was in the playoffs, Adele's Rolling in the Deep was topping the charts. Corey Perry won the Hart Trophy as the league's MVP. Tim Thomas won the Vezina for Boston. That feels like an age ago. And Ryan Fitzpatrick was the QB for the Buffalo Bills. That was back in 2011, the last time that the Sabres were dancing in the postseason. Dylan Gunther in on the right wing, shoots on a sharp angle. Lyon walled it off easily. Let's see if this kid line can start to get cooking here. They've been kept in check. Sergachev towards the front, off the stick high and wide. Simashev keeps it moving down the boards. Cooley fending off a check from behind. He has 8 goals on the year to lead all Mammoth. Cooley coaxing it along. Now turns back the other way. Simashev on the blue line. Twists away from a check and recovers nicely to deal that in deep. Peterka onto the puck now. Cooley towards the front of the net. Gunther looking for it. It's whacked away by the Sabres. Up top, Nate Schmidt goes to the far wing for Cooley. Peterka high slot shoots, and a save made by a Lion on J.J. Peterka. And then there's nothing better that the Sabres fans like than seeing Peterka's shot stopped here at KeyBank Center. 5:01 to go in the second, still 0-0 when we come back on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Jack McBain. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
Hurt in a car wreck, dog bite, slip and fall. Just call Quick Swap. One call, that's all.
After a car wreck, dealing with big insurance companies on your own can hurt your case. One call, that's all means we take care of everything. From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish. Call Craig Swap & Associates today at 801-444-4444.
One call, that's all.
This fall, the season of cozy beginnings meets big savings. It's the fall new home move-in event from Visionary Homes. For a limited time, enjoy fall savings in northern Utah on select single-family homes, townhomes, and condos, starting in the high 200,000s. Same quality craftsmanship, locations you'll love, and designer finishes. Ready just in time for cozy nights, fire pits, and hot cocoa. Visit visionaryhomes.com to connect with their online new home specialists and explore communities and homes with limited time fall savings. Visionary Homes, built for life's moments.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
Tage Thompson with Logan Cooley. Thompson in, shoots, scores! Tage Thompson, golden goal! And the United States has won the World Hockey Championship for the first time in 92 years.
That was the golden goal scored by Tage Thompson. You heard Logan Cooley was on the rush with him. Those two were teammates with Team USA at the World Hockey Championships this past May. Thompson's had some great looks on net. He can fire the puck as hard as anybody. Last year had a 106-mile-an-hour shot. That was the hardest in the NHL. Right now we're scoreless with 5 to go in the second period. 0-0 Utah and Buffalo. John Marino draws a penalty. Utah's going to the power play. Hooking called against the Sabres in their own zone. And Utah will be a man up for the second time here tonight.
Buffalo 91, 2-minute minor hooking.
And that is on the former Utah skater, Josh Doan. It's another Rio Tinto power play for the Mammoth after he hooked John Marino right on the mitts. So 4:51 to go here in the second. Utah on the man advantage. They had 4 shots on goal in their first power play of the game. And it felt like they should have scored. Sabres get to a puck off the faceoff. They try to clear, cannot, but now it does come all the way down the ice. Utah fruitless on the power play in each of their last 2 games. 0 for their last 5 entering tonight. That was after the Mammoth had scored power play goals in 6 straight games. They had 7 power play goals during their 7-game win streak. Mammoth forced back out to center. Utah's lost its last 2. First time that the Mammoth have lost back-to-back games this season. Keller for Sergachev. Over to Dylan Guenther on that left wing. That's where he likes to set up. Sergachev returns it to sender. Here is Schmaltz relieving some pressure. Keller on the right wing to Cooley. Then Keller. Sergachev. Keller. One-timer up high. And it comes all the way to the left point for Sergachev. Guenther quickly to Schmaltz. And then Cooley back around behind the Buffalo net. Keller off the board. Schmaltz, Guenther, one-timer, save made by Lyon. Great puck movement by the Mammoth. Keller, right wing, looking in, still scanning. Sergachev had that one hop his stick. He gathers it in and wraps it all the way around the boards. Keller waiting for it. His pass broken up by McLeod and cleared. Out of the off the bench rather comes Jordan Greenway. He got to that puck first in the Utah end. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Mammoth. They get to it with Logan Cooley. Keller ahead. Top unit still out there as Cooley shifts gears. Stolen away by Kesselring and cleared. 15 to go on the power play. Second unit is out there. They only have time for 1 rush. Schmidt wanders through the neutral zone, shoots on target. Lyon makes a save but coughed up a rebound. Puck still loose. Power play time is over. Doan comes out of the box, and we return to 5-on-5. 2:40 to go in the second period. 0-0 is the score. Utah 0 for 2 on the power play. Doan breaks up a pass at center. Skates in down the right wing, takes a shove from Barrett Hayden. Doan in the corner with a one-handed pass that got away from Peyton Krebs, who lost an edge. Tyler Yamamoto, who had a goal against Tampa on Sunday, takes this in deep. Puck on the near side. McBain with Marino. Marino shoots. Tipped on goal. That was a tip from the high slot by Lawson Krause. Marino gets it back. Right point. His pass deflects out to neutral ice, and the Mammoth will have to reorganize. 2 to go in the second period. Coming up is our Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report with Adrian Denny. Rasmus Dahlin trying to pick his way across the Utah line. Gets forced back by Krause and Cole. Peyton Krebs able to veer in across the right side. And Mammoth have it in their own backyard with Ian Cole. The veteran moves it up ahead for Carcone. His pass behind Krause. This is Kesselring in his own zone. Michael Kesselring fires a pass to center for Owen Power. Power across, and that's an offsides whistle against the Sabres with 1:21 remaining in period number 2. 0-0 the score. Utah will be in Toronto tomorrow night, taking on the Sabres. Two very different scheduling situations for these two teams tonight. Utah in the middle of a big road stretch. They're in the middle of a stretch of 13 games, of which 10 are away from Delta Center. On the flip side of that, Buffalo has played here at KeyBank Center a ton to start the year. 10 of their first 14 games will have been inside the friendly confines here at KeyBank Center, where so far the Sabres are 5-2-1. All 5 of their wins have come on home ice. Sergachev with a stutter step move, shook free, but then had his shot blocked. Chipped out by the Sabres, and the Mammoth pound this right back in to the Buffalo zone. Under a minute left in the second. Kesselring. Hard to center. Tage Thompson. Did he get a stick on that? They say no. And so this is icing against Thompson. And the Sabres with 51 ticks left in our second period clock. Let's check in with our good friend Adrian Denny back in our Mountain Blue studios. AD, you have your Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report coming up. Can you give us a taste of what you're going to be chatting about?
How about the goaltending in this one? Karel Vejmelka stopped 14, but you mentioned Alex Lyon. We saw him twice last year. He was with the Detroit Red Wings, went 1-1 against Utah.
And he had that shutout against Florida earlier this year. That came the game after. Oh, hold on. Marino shoots and just missed. That might have gone off the outside of the post. Utah in the offensive zone. Schmaltz trying to rake it free. Barrett Hayton has his man pinned up against the glass. He does a lot of this line's dirty work. Buffalo springs away with it. And it's sent up ahead by the Sabres. Too far for Tage Thompson. No icing. We continue on with 20 seconds left in this second frame. Keller gathers a puck in on the far wing. McLeod knocks him down. We continue on. McLeod trying to get the angle on Barrett Hayton. It's kicked ahead by Jordan Greenway. And with 10 seconds left, the Mammoth have the puck in their own zone. Sent out to center. One more dump in, and we will head to our second intermission, still tied at 0. Adrian Denny has the floor when we come back for our Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report right here on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Michael Carcone. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mammoth fans, visit your local Utah Bullfrog Spas factory store today to receive up to 50% off of a Bullfrog Spas hot tub or swim spa, including refurbished and scratch and dent. Bullfrog Spas feature the patented jetpack therapy system, allowing jetpacks to be interchangeable and customizable for the perfect massage and relaxation. Hurry, inventory is limited. Bullfrog Spas, a Utah company. Peaceful body, peaceful mind, peaceful home.
Utah, let's keep winning. On the court, on the ice, and in your business. Les Olson IT is your local partner for technology that never quits. From managed IT and cloud solutions to printers, copiers, security cameras, and alarms, Les Olson IT has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years in IT, backed by 70 years of trusted business experience. Les Olson IT, keeping Utah connected, secure, and ready to win.
Les Olson IT.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light this Wednesday, November 5th. Come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This season, Mountain Land Supply is teaming up with Utah Mammoth to support families in need. For every Mammoth assist, Mountain Land Supply will donate $20 to Primary Children's Hospital to provide critical care and resources to children in need. The Utah Mammoth organization is proud to match these donations dollar for dollar up to $20,000. Together, we can make a difference.
It's the Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report.
He's got the hottest stick in the league
on Hockey Night in Utah.
Big time stop from Corral Vamelka.
From the Mountain Blue Studios, here's Adrian Denny.
Does look out. Breakaway ahead. Quinn's in the clear. He shoots. Repelled by Vamelka. Corral Vamelka called upon once again.
Corral Vamelka on spot duty there in his middle 20 minutes of play. Stopped 5 shots in the second period, but as you heard, he had a couple big ones that he had to turn aside, including that breakaway right there. We're scoreless after 40 as we start our Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report. Adrian Denny back with you inside our Mountain Blue Studios, and you have to figure if Utah puts together a period like that in the third period, they're going to like their results. They outshot Buffalo 16-5 in that opening frame. Or in that middle frame, I should say. 54 shots attempted by Utah, the most through 2 periods this season and the second most through 2 periods for a road game in franchise history. Every forward has a shot on goal except Brandon Tanev, Barrett Hayton, and Clayton Keller leading the way with 4 shots for Utah. And they had 2 power plays in that second period. Didn't score, but they controlled the action. 6 shots on goal during those 2 power plays, getting some good looks. But no score after 40. Let's go back to Buffalo. Mike Folta standing by with Michael Carcone, who's laid down 4 hits in this game, has 2 shots of his own.
We're here with Michael Carcone after period 2, and Carks, it was kind of a weird first with a lot of chances at both ends. Do you feel like things stabilized in the second?
Yeah, I think we did a better job limiting their chances. Like you were saying, it was kind of back and forth there, and I think they were feeling the adrenaline in the building a little bit. So it was good to get back to our game and play good defensively, and we were doing a good job creating offensively as well.
Couple of power plays for you guys that didn't score, but created a bunch of chances. Did you guys feel like those power plays gave you guys some momentum?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you're playing in their end and you're kind of working them a little bit and getting them turning is obviously a good thing. So I think it gave us momentum that period.
I know it's a 0-0 game, but heading into the third, how do you guys make sure you keep attacking and not play back or let them come at you?
Yeah, I think we've learned from our experiences, so we're just, play our game, keep going the same way. We talk a lot about consistency, and I think that's kind of the same thing we gotta stick to this period.
Thanks for the time, Michael. Good luck in the third.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, guys. Mike and Mike, Michael Carcone and Mike Folta after 40 minutes from Buffalo. Well, you look at our lock of the night this evening, and it is, when does J.J. Peterka score that first goal in his return home? And we have eliminated 85% of you, as 53% said first period, 32% said second period. So that leaves us to 11% of you who said third period and 4% that said overtime. In our lock of the night crew picks, Nick and Will are still alive. Will said late in the third. Nick said overtime. We'll keep an eye on J.J. Peterka. Got to get that first goal in his return back to Buffalo. When we come back, Spotlight Game of the Night in the NHL. It's a busy Tuesday. We'll pick one game and highlight it for you when we roll back right after this on the Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report. No score from Buffalo after 2 on Hockey Night in Utah.
Hey, it's Adrian Denny. It's all going to be here.
And Mike Folta. We're going to take you inside the locker room, and we're with you every morning on the Mammoth Daily Podcast.
For us, it's a daily thing.
It's every day, right?
New episodes drop Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Utahns, countrymen, lend me your ears.
This is Mammoth Daily.
Tusk
up.
Hey, Benjamin, we've got a surprise for you.
What? You have a brother. $100 bill just like you.
Hey, I'm Ben.
What? We just got him for joining America First Credit Union and opening a new checking account.
And you're going to live together at America First.
What? This is nice.
For a limited time, new members get a $100 cash bonus when they open a checking account or $50 when they open a youth checking account. So head to AmericaFirst.com and get your money working today. Membership eligibility, terms, and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Command the road with America's best-selling trucks for 46 years and counting, Ford F-Series. Gear up and head out in an all-wheel drive Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's adventurous new lineup like Bronco, Bronco Sport, and Maverick. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today for big cash back, low APR, and great lease offers based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Mammoth, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Let's take a trip around the league and check in on our Spotlight Game of the Night on your Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report.
York is there across to Travis Santa. Then the deflection, they score! Bobby Brink, the redirection. Switches spots with York. And then behind the back pass to York, shot, he scores! Figures tremendous start to his Flyers career. Takes the shot, save, rebound, they score! Brink already with his second of the night. Hudson tries to center, in front, score! Dog doubles down! 3-3 tie!
That's our Spotlight Game of the Night in the National Hockey League. The Eastern Conference leading Montreal Canadiens and the Philadelphia Flyers are in a 5-way tie for last place in the Eastern Conference. But everybody in the East has a winning record. It is a logjam. 14 points gets you in for the wild card. 13 points, you're in last place in the Eastern Conference. In that game in Philadelphia this evening, the Flyers jumped up with 3. Montreal storms back with 4 straight. They're late in the second period. Philadelphia is on the power play, and they are trying to tie that game up. So a good one there for our Spotlight Game of the Night in the NHL. That is one of 9 other games going on. 20 teams active here on this Tuesday night. Our game has the Utah Mammoth and the Buffalo Sabres scoreless after 40. But again, we said that second period, Utah generated plenty of offense. We talked about getting the top 6 back and going after they had a rare game scoreless on Sunday. Clayton Keller, Barrett Hayton, Nick Schmaltz, along with Logan Cooley, centering J.J. Peterka, and Dylan Guenther. Top line of Hayton, Schmaltz, and Keller. They've had some good stuff. They've out-attempted Buffalo 11-3, outshot them 6-1. And you can really tell, folks, sometimes we'll get some feedback that Clayton Keller needs to shoot the puck more. He is looking to shoot in this one. 4 shots, and you can double that with the attempts. For the Utah captain is Utah looking to get that first one, and it's going to take the final 20 minutes to do it, opening this 4-game road trip and this back-to-back. Utah will be in Toronto coming up tomorrow. Another 5 p.m. face-off will be on the air at 4 p.m. with Hockey Night in Utah, and tomorrow we will be on 102.7 FM HD2 in Salt Lake City with the Jazz right here on the KSL Sports Zone. You can also hear us on the KSL Sports app starting at 4 o'clock with Hockey Night in Utah. So a quick programming note there for you in terms of tomorrow in Toronto. Saturday in Montreal against those Eastern Conference leading Canadians, and then Sunday in Ottawa against the Senators. Ottawa's in that 13-14 logjam in the Eastern Conference. We've got a goaltending duel in Buffalo. Alex Lyon v. Karel Vejmelka. Lyon has stopped officially now 22 shots from Utah. Veggie, 14 for 14. Back with Mike Folta's second period highlights when we come back in our Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report. 0-0 our score on Hockey Night Utah.
It all starts here. The Salt Lake City Stars, the official Utah Jazz affiliate, with a new look that brings mountain basketball to the fans. You can witness exciting, fast-paced games and be part of an electric atmosphere that fans of all ages can enjoy, with tickets starting at $10. Don't miss the chance to see up-and-coming talent of the next generation. Get your tickets today at slcstars.com. Basketball starts here.
Did you know that at Chevron, you can fuel up on unbeatable mileage and savings? With Chevron Rewards, you'll get 25 cents off per gallon on your next 5 visits. All you have to do is download the Chevron app and join to start saving on fuel. Then you can keep fueling up on other things like adventure, memories, vacations, daycations, quality time, and so many other possibilities. Head to your nearest Chevron station to fuel up and get rewarded today. Terms apply. See ChevronTexcoRewards.com for more details.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light this Wednesday, November 5th. Come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Utah, let's keep winning. On the court, on the ice, and in your business. Les Olson IT is your local partner for technology that never quits. From managed IT and cloud solutions to printers, copiers, security cameras, and alarms, Les Olson IT has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years in IT, backed by 70 years of trusted business experience. Les Olson IT, keeping Utah connected, secure, and ready to win.
Les Olson IT.
A little bit of sweet chin music.
Period 2 highlights.
Blazing up ahead is Osland. High slot, a shot saved by Vejmelka. He saves the rebound. Follow up for Tuck. Stopped in front. Mammoth get to it. Mata had his pass picked off. Look out, it's Krebs. High slot, wrister blocked by Ian Cole. Eventually it does. Look out. Breakaway ahead. Quinn's in the clear. He shoots. Repelled by Vejmelka. Karel Vejmelka called upon once again.
Mammoth playing their 13th game of the year. First time this year we've gone to the third period with Utah scoreless and the opposition scoreless as well. We talked about Utah's offensive effort, especially in that second period. 21 shots from the slot for Utah this evening through 40 minutes of play. 26 shots from the slot is a season high. They did it against Minnesota on October 25th in that 6-2 win. So they are getting to the net, getting some good looks out in front, but all the credit to Alex Lyon, who's 22 for 22, and Buffalo has blocked 15 shots on Utah here in this contest compared to Utah blocking just 5, with Buffalo only getting 14 shots on net. Utah held the Sabres to just 5 shots in that second period of play. So win a period, win a game when we start our third period. Utah has been pretty good this year in close games, 1-goal games. They've got a record of 4-1. They've won 4 straight 1-goal games. Going to the third period tied, they're 2-1 in those games. Here, we're 0-0 after 40. Mike Folta's back for the third period of play. Skating 5-on-5 when he rejoins you right after this, right here on Hockey Night in Utah.
Attention Jazz Nation. The long wait is finally over. Mountain basketball is back and better than ever. Let's go! All tickets are on sale now, and you won't want to miss the action. Jump on the opportunity to watch your favorite players live and in person. Whether you're after season tickets, mini plans, or single game matchups, the Utah Jazz has got your back. There's a plan for every fan. Don't miss out. Secure your seats today and be part of the excitement all season long. Let's go! Visit UtahJazz.com today.
KSL Sports, Utah's sports leader, connecting you with your favorite local teams and the action you love. Live game coverage and news with KSL Sports Zone Radio, KSL 5 Television, and KSLSports.com. Live and streaming, insider analysis, and podcasts from the pros. Utah's sports leader, KSL Sports. On air, online, and on the KSL Sports app.
There's a new team in town. Mark Miller Subaru and the Utah Jazz. We're joining forces to champion Utah's future game changers. By donating school supplies and creating innovative programs, we're giving Utah kids the advantage.
Because when the kids win, we all win.
Let's do this, Utah.
Federal employees keep our country going, and GEHA is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. We were started by postal employees in 1937, and today we offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
The world's fastest game.
Under the pass and they score! John Tavares!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Two periods down.
And this crowd loves it.
And one more to go.
Our final lap is coming up.
Period 3 begins now.
So good, it'll save your life.
Here's...
Welcome back to KeyBank Center. 0-0 entering the third period. 20 tense minutes await us as we get back to action between Utah and Buffalo. Mammoth opening up a 4-game road trip, trying to start the trip off the right way. Puck is down to our left in the offensive zone. Sabres get to it in their own end. They outlet. They have numbers up the ice. McLeod rushes in. Doan, McLeod, back door, and Tuck missed the net. It was wide open for him, and Alex Tuck couldn't tuck it in. Back up top, Arister goes high of the crossbar. Comes around to the near side for McLeod. That was Doan, McLeod, and Alex Tuck on a 3-on-1 with Sergachev, the only man back for Utah. Doan had a look, could have shot it, passed it. McLeod could have shot it, passed it. Tuck shot it, missed it. Puck's back behind the Buffalo net now. Utah on the forecheck. Stolen for the moment by Cooley, looking for Peterka. Peterka, Cooley. Kesselring pulls it away from Cooley. Centering pass by Utah, comes back to the blue line. Kept in, they say. Cooley from the corner. Centers, but it was cut off by Kesselring before it got to Gunther. Cooley on the far side. Stepped into, and eventually Tage Thompson finds the outlet for Jordan Greenway. And it's jammed in deep by the Sabres. A minute and a half into period number 3. Utah and Buffalo scoreless. Vemelka so far has made 14 saves. On the other end, it's been Alex Lyon who has stopped all 22 Utah shots that have come his way. Connor Timmins gets this up the near side. Utah turns Buffalo away at the blue line thanks to the efforts of John Marino. Olimata scanning through center, shoots this in off his stick. Lyon plays it behind his own net. He already has one shutout here this year. It came against the defending champs. Jack McBain had his pocket picked by Owen Power, who's been good tonight for the Sabres on the back end. Carcone saunters in down this left wing, and it's taken back by Buffalo. Cleared all the way out to the Utah line. Sabres make some quick changes. Chipped ahead by Jack McBain. He'll crash in against Rasmus Dahlin. Buffalo gets to it on the near side. There is Dahlin, Buffalo's captain. The Sabres ahead with Dahlin, who shoots off the blocker of Karel Vejmelka and out of play. 17-19 to go in period number 3. 0-0. You heard it in our Mark Miller Subaru second intermission report with Adrian Denny. This is the first game this year that Utah's been held scoreless through 2 frames. Sabres have not been a good defensive team this year, averaging well over 3 goals per game against bottom half of the league. Utah near the top 10 both offensively and defensively. They won 7 in a row before losing their last 2, the Mammoth. This comes in deep to the Sabres end. Greenway plays it off the wall for Dunn. His exit pass found the stick of Beck Mallenstein, and Utah has it back. 3 gone by in the third. Guided ahead to Tanev, taken back by the veteran Greenway. Sabres march in with Mallenstein down the far wing. He's taken care of by Sergachev. Dmitry Simashev gets it up the far side, stolen back by the Sabres. Simashev muscles Joshua Dunn off the puck. Wraparound try by Mallenstein, goes off the pads of Vejmelka wide. Yamamoto scampers to the center red line, drags it into the offensive zone. Stenlund helps Utah win it back. Schmidt arrives on the scene, hands it off to Clayton Keller. Keller across the blue line. Utah in the offensive zone. Barrett Hayden on the move, shoots off the side of the net. Barrett Hayden kicks it along. It comes to the left point for Schmidt. Across the street, Marino. Rister off the pads of Lyon. And then clanged ahead to center and safety by Alex Tuck. Nice play by Marino to pass it to himself. He lays it back. Keller across. Schmaltz shoots and scores! Nick Schmaltz puts Utah in front. Number 9 found number 8, as they often do. And Schmaltz has his 8th goal of the year 4 minutes into the third period. John Marino made a whale of a play entering the offensive zone. Dropped it to the captain Keller. Across to Nick Schmaltz, who continues his red-hot start to the year. 1-0 is the score. I think Buffalo might be looking to see if they want a challenge, but they will not. And Utah goes in front for the first time tonight. It's our first goal tonight. Nick Schmaltz last game against Tampa did not have a point. That snapped what was an 8-game point streak for Schmaltz. He now has points in 11 of Utah's 13 games this season. Offsides whistled against J.J. Peterka and the Mammoth. 1-0 the score as Utah finally solves the Rubik's Cube that has been Alex Lyon. Goal number 8 on the campaign for Schmaltz, and Clayton Keller snaps out of a 4-game pointless drought. That's the 4th straight game in which the Buffalo Sabres have allowed the first goal. That should be encouraging for Sabres fans because Buffalo earned points in all of those games. So Schmaltz has put Utah ahead. Stretch feed for Cooley, and he was offsides. Almost had a breakaway instead. We get a stoppage to play, 15:42 to go in regulation with Utah in front. Winning the first game of the road trip last year was so important for Utah. The Mammoth, or last year, the Utah Hockey Club, had 13 multi-game road trips. When Utah lost the first game of the road trip, the Mammoth never once earned more than half of the possible points on said trip. So if you want more than half of the possible points on the road trip, you got to win that first game. Vejmelka makes a glove save here in the Utah zone. Tonight, the first game of a 4-game road trip where Utah will face Buffalo, Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. 3 teams upcoming on the road trip. Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa all made the playoffs last year in the Eastern Conference. An Eastern Conference this year that I think has surprised a lot of people. No team in the East below 500 to start the year. There are 5 teams in the Western Conference that are below 500, and 3 in the Central Division, a division that a lot of us thought was going to be a gauntlet, and it still very much will be with teams like Dallas, Colorado, and Winnipeg. But I think everybody expected those numbers to be flipped with some sub-500 teams in the Eastern Conference. Puck comes out to center in a 1-0 game. Schmaltz has goal number 8 on the campaign. He had 20 last year. He is on pace to go way past that. 18 points on the year for Nick Schmaltz, tied for 7th most in the NHL. Shot by Jack Quinn, canceled out. Utah can run with Lawson Krause the other way. Krause moving in with Carcone. Krause throws on the brakes. Pass across, ends up on the tape of Olli Maatta. He sends it down deep. That was Krause, Carcone, and McBain on the end of their shift. And so they didn't have much gas left in the tank. 1-0 is Olli Maatta. Hauls in a puck at center. Yamamoto feeds one back to Tanev. Marino walking in, shoots up high, and he gunned that over the crossbar. It deflects out of play. 5.5 minutes into the third. 1-0 is the score. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Talked about Utah being on the road. This Buffalo team has been at home a lot. They're much better at home. All 5 of their wins have come in this building. They have not won on the road yet. Last year, the Sabres missed the playoff. They were 7th in the Atlantic Division, but they were still well above 500 at home as the puck goes out of play in the Buffalo end, and Utah wants a penalty. It was not called a penalty on the ice. Clayton Keller is pleading his case with our referees TJ Luxmore and Mitch Dunning. It wasn't called. The linesman can help out here. And Keller wants a delay of game penalty for a puck over the glass. And I don't believe he's going to get one. Adrian Denny's back in our Mountain Blue studios. Adrian, what did you see?
Kind of wondering the same thing, Mike, as far as, you know, what's the best angle as you see the puck being played around the wall, and it did go into the... I can't tell where it was cleared out, if it went into the Buffalo bench or over the glass behind the Buffalo bench. Yeah. Oh, it looks like it went out before it got to the bench. So
that's what I thought too. Owen Power from the corner cleared it out. Now that's a judgment call, Adrian. Where does it go out? So that's up to the referees and linespeople on the ice. No penalty. We're at 5-on-5, 1-0. Shot by Keller was blocked by Owen Power. And Keller comes away with it out of the dog pile. The captain, sandwiched by 2 Sabres. Schmaltz a one-timer. That one never connected. Utah reloading at center. 6 minutes into the third. So it looked like it could have been a delay of game call against the Sabres. Instead, we're still at 5-on-5. Buffalo trying to break the puck out against the captain's line. Forecheck. Loose in the center zone, and the Sabres will get this one back as Utah makes some changes. Utah's top 2 lines were outplayed at 5-on-5 against Tampa 2 days ago at Delta Center. They were outscored 2-0 against the Lightning. They've been really good so far here tonight against Buffalo, and that top line has itself a goal. Marino made the play on the zone entry, and then Keller made the pass across to the goal scorer Schmaltz. Yamamoto gallops into the offensive zone with Tanev. Tanev around behind the Buffalo net. Brandon Tanev out for a Tuesday skate here at the shores of Lake Erie, and eventually the Sabres get it back. Josh Doan glides in down the left wing, shoots back behind the Utah net. Alex Tuck is on it. His pass loose in the slot. Byram sealed off by a sliding Tanev. Utah selling out, lock, stock, and barrel to protect the net. Tuck straight away, shoots off a leg. Kevin Stenlund able to lob this as far as neutral ice. And the Mammoth can reorganize a bit here. 12.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Nick Schmaltz has put the Mountain Blue ahead 1-0. Isaac Rosen makes his way in across the blue line. Rosen disarmed by J.J. Peterka. And it's Logan Cooley flashing up this near wing, looking for Peterka on the give and go. Stolen back by Rosen. Buffalo moving in. Oshlund drops it back. Oshlund shoots off a stick. Back behind the Utah net. Rebound, they score! Noah Oshlund ties things at 1. 12:10 to go in the third. And it's the first career NHL goal for Noah Osland. A puck bounced off of the glass behind Karel Vejmelka. It was knocked out of midair by the Sabres. And then Osland was the one in front of the Utah net who was able to stash it past Vejmelka, who was still trying to orient himself and find the puck. So the Sabres have answered Utah's tally, and we're tied at 1 after we had no goals through the first 40 minutes. And right now, Andre Turney wants an explanation. Adrian, was this played by a high stick? It looked like Isaac Rosen hit that above the crossbar.
Boy, that's tough to tell, Mike, but good to take a look. Obviously, in a one-goal game, it took kind of an awkward trip in. It came behind the net and then rung right out in front. And yeah, as you look at the puck that was played there,
don't you think Rosen bats it out of the air?
Yeah, it was definitely above the bar, and you could tell because it was right on top of the goal, so you can tell if the stick was above the bar.
Yeah, you didn't even need to really try to figure out or triangulate the position. You knew it was above the crossbar because the crossbar's right there. It was about to land on top of the net. But instead of play stopping, we continued on, and that goal's going to stand. It's the first career NHL goal for Noah Osland. And it's 1-1 with 12 to go in the third.
I guess the one question is, Mike, did the high stick touch the puck?
Did he actually touch it?
That would be it, right?
I mean, Rosen definitely kind of clanged his stick on the top of the net. I thought he definitely got a piece of it. The puck changed directions, but it could have been because it touched the net. Boy, I really thought he touched it, though. But we continue on. Utah must respond in a 1-1 game. Jack McBain shoots off the pads of Alex Lyon, who's been fantastic tonight. Marino shoots one. Rebound loose. It trickles in, and they say no goal. They say no goal. They say Lyon had it covered, and it was jammed in by the Mammoth. Immediately called no goal by TJ Luxmore, the referee, even though it trickled in.
The Buffalo goaltender had the puck covered underneath them. 67 from Utah came in and poked it in the back of the net. There's no goal on the play.
Everything seeming to go against Utah all of a sudden. 11:28 to go in the third, and we'll take a break tied at 1 here at KeyBank Center.
I'm Nick Schmaltz. You are listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This season, Mountain Land Supply is teaming up with Utah Mammoth to support families in need. For every Mammoth assist, Mountain Land Supply will donate $20 to Primary Children's Hospital to provide critical care and resources to children in need. The Utah Mammoth organization is proud to match these donations dollar for dollar up to $20,000. Together, we can make a difference.
Adrian Teddy back at our Mountain Blue studios, where we've seen a wild sequence of events here, Mike, starting with a puck that went out of play. Was it or was it not delay of game? It was ruled on the ice no delay of game, so it couldn't have been challenged. And then Buffalo playing a puck with a high stick or not. And then Lawson Krause thinking he just gave Utah the lead back, but the goaltender for Buffalo having the puck in Alex Lyon, and play was blown dead, Mike.
So here we are, 1-1, 11 to go in the third. Utah back in their own end. This is Nick Schmaltz, who scored Utah's only goal of the game. Important to remember that on a puck played by a high stick, if it's played by another player, you're not looking at the crossbar, you're actually looking at the shoulders. We just say the crossbar because it's the easiest thing to determine whether a puck was touched by a high stick or not. But you're actually supposed to look at the shoulders of the player who touched the puck if the puck was then touched by another player and scored. Now, if a goal goes directly in, it's supposed to be the crossbar according to the rule book. But they did not rule that as the case, and so Noah Ostlund gets his first career NHL goal. And he's a first-round pick of Buffalo from back in 2022, taken 16th overall. Sabres have the puck in the offensive zone. This is Matthias Samuelsson, who broke his stick on a shot. Joshua Dunn out there getting a rough ride from Ole Mata. Yamamoto's pass broken up, and it's forced to center by the Mammoth. Across the halfway point of period number 3, as there's a collision here in the corner. Looked like Ian Cole got hauled down. Cole and Mallenstein were tied up. This is Connor Timmins trying to dance his way in for the Sabres. Timmins around behind the Utah net. Back up top, power a drive, and that goes off the stick and wide of the Utah net. Carcone on it. He gets it as far as center. Carcone doing well to muscle this up the wing. He shoots, and Lyon makes a glove save, and he'll keep it moving. Great play by Michael Carcone to shoulder his way past a Sabre at center and get the puck all the way in so that Utah can reorganize back in their own end and complete a change. 9 to go in the third. It's Kesselring walking in. He lays it back to the middle, but tops it over skated. It's sent out ahead for Krause and Carcone. Krause moving in. Carcone to the net. Bouncing puck in front off the skate of Carcone and wide. Sabres have it back in their own zone. 3 consecutive calls have gone against the Mammoth here in this third period. Up top, it's Kesselring. Shaken past J.J. Peterka. Peterka with a poke check there in the corner on McLeod. And it's worked back to the right point. Isaac Rosen, who now has points in back-to-back games, gets it down the wall. Kesselring runs hard into Jack McBain. It's taken by Gunther. And Utah resets. 8:10 to go in the third. Tied at 1. Dylan Gunther streaking up through the middle. Winds this in behind Alex Lyon. Logan Cooley stepped into by Ostlund. And here is Dahlin with Samuelsson. Samuelsson fighting off a check from behind. This puck comes out to center. Ian Cole pushes it back the other way. And just like that, the Sabres have it once again. Back and forth we go. Neither team wanting to make that critical error. Sabres trying to continue a 6-game point streak. They've lost 3 times in overtime during this point streak. They've also won 3 games. But it's the best they've played in this season. They're 1 game over 500 right now. Utah 4 games over 500, but trying to snap a 2-game losing skid. Barrett Hayden slithers in across the line. Utah in the offensive zone with Keller. He drops it back for Nick Schmaltz. Mata straight away. One-timer off the goal stick of Alex Lyon. That came from Mikhail Sergachev, or rather Ian Cole. 28, not 98. Nick Schmaltz has it back through the middle of the ice with Keller, right wing. Keller shoots. That got blocked. Rebound comes out to Nate Schmidt. Around it goes for Keller. He stops it in the trapezoid before he gets leg locked by Owen Power. Puck to the side of the net, goes back down low again. Keller on the scene, fending off 2 Sabres. Clayton Keller has been everywhere here tonight. Nate Schmidt at the right point. Connects the dots with Keller. The captain swerves away from Peyton Krebs. He's got an active stick. Keller shoots. Blocker saved by Lyon. Almost a juicy rebound for Barrett Hayden before the Sabres clear it all the way down. And icing will be called with 6:21 to go here in the third. 1-1 is the score. So we've had the missed delay of game. We've had the puck touched by a high stick and a quick whistle on a puck that Krause thought might have been the go-ahead goal. Now, a couple of those are judgment calls. Really, all three are judgment calls that just happened to go against Utah. Not necessarily missed calls, but ones that didn't go Utah's way. Gunther goes low to high in the offensive zone. Sergachev for Logan Cooley. And then a one-timer. Kick saved by Lyon. Rebound available. Sabres get to it and clang it out to center. Here comes Malenstein 1-on-4. Peterka wins it back. What can JJ do here? Down the left wing. Takes a hit from Kesselring. That was a big collision. Peterka quick up to his skates. Sabres. Oh, nearly turned it over. That was Peterka, and he almost stole that pass and walked right down the middle. Instead, the Buffalo Sabres get it in across the line with Alex Tuch and Ryan McLeod. Jordan Greenway tried to center. Knocked away by the Mammoth. And Brandon Tanev guides this to center. 5.5 to go in the third. Tied at 1. The intensity's been there all night for both of these teams, but you can feel it start to ratchet up now. Tanev runs hard into Matthias Samuelsson. Tanev got the worst of that. It's chopped to the line and now out towards the center logo. Kyler Yamamoto swerves in across the blue line. Yamamoto had his stick knocked away and now plays slumberless. Rosen at center has his pass picked off by Carcone. Shots are 31-18 in this game. If there's a man of the match, it's Alex Lyon for the Sabres. Dragged ahead by Rosen. And he lays it back. Ostlund trying to carve in. Ostlund behind the net. His pass missed its mark. Carcone speeds ahead, but Samuelsson beat him to the puck in the Buffalo end. Pass dropped back by McBain, but intercepted by Rosen and the Sabres. Buffalo completing a change as Utah looks to get this up the ice. Third line's been good tonight. McBain with a cross-corner dump in. Lawson Krause on the scene. Good work by Greenway to get it back up ahead for Connor Timmins. Down into the Utah zone with 4 minutes left in the third period. Utah's been pretty good in the third and been decent in one-goal games. Keller across to Schmaltz in the offensive zone. Schmaltz shoots at a sharp angle, walled off by Lyon. Puck in front, and Lyon throws his glove on it to stop play with 3:50 left in the third. 1-1 between Utah and Buffalo when we come back for the critical moments at KeyBank Center here on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm Dylan Gunther. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
College students, this one's for you. The Utah Mammoth and Moxie have teamed up to get you to a Mammoth game for just $15. Plus, you get a hot dog and a water. Download the Utah Mammoth app, turn on notification, and be the first to know when tickets drop all season long.
Mammoth fans, visit your local Utah Bullfrog Spas factory store today to receive up to 50% off of a Bullfrog Spas hot tub or swim spa, including refurbished and scratch and dent. Bullfrog Spas feature the patented jetpack therapy system, allowing jetpacks to be interchangeable and customizable for the perfect massage and relaxation. Hurry, inventory is limited. Bullfrog Spas, a Utah company. Peaceful body, peaceful mind, peaceful home.
At Smith's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Smith's shoppers never compromise. Smith's. Fresh for everyone.
Be the first in line for the future of Utah hockey. Place your Mammoth deposit today and lock in priority access to tickets, merch, and more. Don't wait. The Ice Age is here, and seats are going fast. Utah, secure your spot now at UtahMammoth.com.
Tied in Buffalo still at 1-1. Mike, Utah looking to become the first team to beat Buffalo since October 20th, and that was Eastern Conference leading Montreal in regulation, by the way. Buffalo's gone past regulation in 4 straight games coming into tonight.
And here we are, 1-1 with just inside of 4 minutes remaining. Sabres have allowed 3 goals or more in 10 of their last 12. 10 of 12 games to start the year, which is the 3rd most that any team has allowed 3 goals or more this season. But they've been good tonight, and Alex Lyon has been better tonight. Last time out for the Sabres, it was Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen stopping 31 of 34. Same amount of saves for Alex Lyon right now, except there's 2 less goals on the board for the opposition. In come the Sabres to the offensive zone. Utah had numbers back defensively. Simashev up to Clayton Keller. Barrett Hayton rumbles across the blue line. On the far side, hash marks. Hayton looking for some help from Clayton Keller. Sabres get this all the way down, and this will be icing against Buffalo with 3:21 to go on a beautiful, balmy Buffalo evening. Nice day earlier today here in downtown Buffalo. Had a chance to see the USS Little Rock, a guided missile cruiser that's harbored nearby along the Buffalo River. Commissioned during World War II, but too late to serve. It's the only World War II ship with missiles on top of it. Didn't have those back then. It's a 1-1 game with 3 minutes left. This gets sent out of play, and we stop the action as a couple Sabres duck for cover on their bench, avoiding the hit from that puck. 3:09 to go here in the 3rd. Utah has gone to overtime twice this year. They have won twice in OT. Dylan Guenther has been seemingly everywhere in these crucial moments. He has 5 overtime goals going back to last year. That's more than the rest of the Utah roster combined. We're not there yet, but Guenther certainly has a penchant for scoring these clutch goals. He's got a handful of game winners already this year. 5 goals total. Puck battle in the far corner of the Buffalo zone. The kid line out there trying to make something happen for the Mammoth. Good work by Peterka to free it up. Schmidt glides in down the left wing. Schmidt's pass broken up by Kesselring, the former Utah skater. Guenther takes a cross check, keeps on trucking. Schmidt wheels it around. Marino right point. Marino to Peterka, who lets it go through. Guenther to Schmidt in the corner. Back up to Cooley, who's covering Schmidt's point position. Cooley went down to the ice, back up, plays it to Marino, shot on, saved by Lyon with traffic in front. 2:29 to go here in period 3. 1-1 the score between Buffalo and Utah. We will return shortly and finish things up in regulation at KeyBank Center. 1-1 between the Sabres and the Mammoth on Hockey Night in Utah.
I'm John Marino. You're listening to Utah Mammoth Hockey.
Utah Mammoth fans, check out the official Utah Mammoth Watch Party presented by Bud Light. This Wednesday, November 5th, come enjoy the game at Fiddler's at 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. Enter to win prizes and cheer on the Utah Mammoth this Wednesday at Fiddler's, 1063 East, 2100 South, number 2349 in Salt Lake City. The official Utah Mammoth Watch Parties are presented by Bud Light, official partner of the Utah Mammoth. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. For over a century, one name stands above the rest when it comes to ice cream and bringing families together. Far Better Ice Cream creates magical moments, one delicious scoop at a time. From your favorite childhood flavors to exciting new combinations, Far's has something to satisfy every craving. Visit your local grocery store and take your favorite Far's flavor home with you, or grab a scoop during the game. Far Better Ice Cream, bringing families together for more than a century, one scoop at a time. Far Better Ice Cream, only the best for family and friends.
KSL Sports, Utah's sports leader, connecting you with your favorite local teams and the action you love. Live game coverage and news with KSL Sports Zone Radio, KSL 5 Television, and KSLSports.com. Live and streaming, insider analysis, and podcasts from the pros. Utah's sports leader, KSL Sports. On air, online, and on the KSL Sports app.
Celebrate the action with Far's Ice Cream, Utah's original favorite since 1920. Delicious, local, and unforgettable. Our Far Better Ice Cream, Far Better line of the night, the one that's out there right now. Keller, Hayton, and Schmaltz, they are responsible for Utah's only goal. Hayden wins a faceoff back in a 1-1 game. Sergachev moves in, shoots, blocked in front by his own man, Hayden. Rebound comes to the far wall for Sergachev once again. Utah's top defenseman hands it off to Clayton Keller. He banks it off the end wall, looking for Simashev. Comes in front, shoots up high. Save Lions. Sabres get to it. Buffalo looking for a way out, and they do. Send it out to neutral ice where Utah takes over. 2 minutes left in the third period, tied at 1. Utah has played well enough to win, but they're not home yet. Yamamoto on the far side feeds it back for Brandon Tanev. Barrett Hayden with a loose puck that came in front. Yamamoto looking to try and pry it free of Owen Power. The big defenseman seals Yamamoto up against the wall, and it's sent all the way down by the Sabres, and icing will be the call against Buffalo with 1:35 left in regulation. Should this game go to OT, it would be the 5th straight overtime game for Buffalo. And Utah has controlled the play as of late. The Sabres do not have a shot on goal in the last 10 minutes. Offensive zone faceoff, and Utah's best centerman at the dot. Kevin Stenlund will take it, but after a couple whacks, it's won back by Peyton Krebs. Another good faceoff man for Buffalo. And it's cleared the length of the ice by the Sabres, but this is icing again. And the Sabres fans think John Marino could have got back to it, but no, this faceoff will again come towards Alex Lyon, who has stopped 32 of 33 so far. McBain will be at the dot. Lyon looking on in net. He spent his last 2 seasons in Detroit. His last 2 seasons were his first 2 seasons not playing in the minors. He has had a interesting and circular route to the NHL. Played a lot of minor league hockey, Alex Lyons, before making his way to the show, at least on a full-time basis. Utah in the offensive zone with their third line, Kraus, Carcone, and McBain. Brought ahead by Tuck and the Sabres. Tuck to the middle, bouncing puck in front of Amelka. Mammoth get to it, a lot of white sweaters. Marino calmly to an open patch of ice for Nate Schmidt. And it's kissed off the boards and out to the Buffalo zone. Inside of a minute left here in the third. Peyton Krebs reaching for a puck in the Mammoth zone. Utah has it. There's Mikhail Sergachev. Remember that Utah plays again tomorrow against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And so Utah doesn't want to run everybody into the ground here tonight, but they would love to pick up 2 points to start this road trip. 30 seconds left in regulation. Peterka steal, and he couldn't maintain control, dragging that puck into the slot. Peterka lost his stick, kicks it free. Cole across to Sergachev. Wrist shot high off his stick and up into the heavens, out of play. 19 ticks left in regulation here at KeyBank Center. 1-1 is our score. Adrian Denny's back in our Mountain Blue Studios. AD, Utah's really tilted the ice recently.
Yeah, second and third periods, Mike. They've outshot the Sabres 26-8.
Wow. And a big part of it has been Utah's top couple of lines, one of which is out there now, Schmaltz, Hayton, and Keller. Schmaltz has Utah's goal. Noah Ostlund has Buffalo's goal, and this is a redo on the faceoff. Tage Thompson is incensed at our lines person right now. He cannot believe it. But we'll drop it again between Hayton and Thompson. Both players are taking this faceoff on their strong sides. Each a left-handed shot. Or Hayton a left-handed shot, I should say. Thompson a right-handed shot. Hayton bent over against the 6'6", 220 Thompson, and Hayton wins it back. Sergachev through traffic, shot blocked in front. Battle in the corner. Thompson grabs it but cannot clear. Buffalo walks this out to center. Jack Quinn lays it back and then overskates the puck. Keller has possession once again. 2 seconds left and 1, and the period comes to a close. Tied at 1. We're headed to overtime. Brought to you by America First, a founding partner of the Utah Mammoth and the team's official credit union. Whatever your financial goals, America First can help you get your money working. Head to AmericaFirst.com and become a member today. The Buffalo Sabres might want to think about giving America First a call with all that money they're making playing time and a half hockey. They are working overtime, their 5th straight OT game. Utah playing in its 3rd extra time game this year. The Sabres have not won a game in the 3-on-3 overtime. They have won in a shootout. That shootout win came against Washington on Saturday. It's been a crazy third period. Each team has scored a goal, and there's been some intrigue with the calls. Utah's played certainly well enough to have taken control of this game by now. They do earn a point here tonight. So the Mammoth now with, at the very least, 17 points on the year here in game number 13. And we'll see who can provide the heroics. So far, Dylan Guenther has scored the 2 overtime winners for Utah. Keep an eye on number 11. Head coach Andre Tourigny likes to start out with Kevin Stenlund, and it certainly looks like that will be the case here again tonight. Stenlund, Utah's best faceoff man. Stenlund typically takes the draw and then heads off to the bench. We have Vejmelka on one end, who has stopped 16 of 17. Lyon on the other, who has stopped 32 of 33. Guenther, Sergachev, and Stenlund, the first 3 out for Utah. They'll be countered by Rasmus Dahlin with Ryan McLeod and Alex Tuck. Stenlund will take the draw against McLeod. Stenlund's stick is down. He easily wins it back, and Utah has possession to start out overtime. Stenlund to the bench. His job is complete. Guenther, oh no, gave it away. Dylan Guenther gave it away to McLeod and Tuck. That was as Stenlund was making a change, and I'm not sure if Guenther didn't see Sergachev or wasn't sure where McLeod was. But the Sabres have the puck in overtime. Dahlin lays it back. McLeod walks it down the far wall. McLeod, Tuck, shoots. Glove save by Karel Vejmelka, and he sets it down for Sergachev. Utah has possession now. Smart play by Karel Vejmelka to drop that puck and allow his team to control possession. Keller in the offensive zone. He has an assist here tonight. Keller on the attack, skates downhill and scores! The captain says goodnight in Buffalo. Clayton Keller, 2 points tonight, 2 points for the Mammoth. Overtime winner from Clayton Keller, and Utah wins it 2-1 in overtime. How about that move from Clayton Keller? He said enough is enough, walked right in and went 5-hole on Alex Lyon to end this one in extra innings. 2-1 the final score. Adrian Denny, we've seen Dylan Guenther be the hero in OT, but this time it was the captain.
Clayton Keller, Mike, all night long was looking to shoot the puck. A season-high 6 shots on goal, more shot attempts than that, and he just drove to the net and put it home, and you guys are off to Toronto.
That goal came 47 seconds into overtime. Clayton Keller picks up the goal. He had been pointless in 4 straight games entering tonight. That was one of the longest pointless skids of his recent career, a recent illustrious career, but Keller gets the OT goal. It's his 5th goal of the season, and Utah now snaps out of a small 2-game losing streak and starts the road trip off with 2 points. We are waiting to grab one of our heroes of the night down near the dressing room as Utah grabs 2 points here to start things out. They'll be in Toronto tomorrow night. It was Nick Schmaltz who got the party started for Utah